KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome everybody to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. And boy, did I have a fun morning.
Jeez, you went through it today, huh?
So I'm driving towards work this morning, and I see this smoke out there, and I'm like, I wonder what. You know, when you're kind of far away in the valley, you can see smoke in the valley from a long ways away, and you can. It's not always clear where it's coming from.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting is that when you do see it, and like structure fires are very. Like when you see it, you go, that's not a good thing right there.
Yeah, and so as I got closer to work, I realized that I was actually going to drive right past this fire.
Yeah. And
so this fire was an apartment building that's behind the Smiths on Fort Union. So if you know where the Smiths is, right there near Hillcrest High School,
right by
basically
Hillcrest.
Basically that apartment building is between the Smiths and the Hillcrest.
That is not like an old apartment building either.
It is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
It's very. I don't think it's 5 years old. And so, I mean, it might be slightly older than that, but it is. I mean, it really went up in flames.
That's a bad deal.
I recorded some video.
Oh, you did?
I want to show you guys some video that I did.
Were you doing it while you were driving by?
No, I stopped. I stopped at the Hires. You know the Hires right there?
What did you get?
I didn't get anything. They weren't open yet. I just needed a place.
Like, dude, that's an early morning freaking burger, my guy. I'm gonna get the cheese. Hold on. This building's on fire. Can I get a...
Look at this, man. And
that is crazy. And again, you see that kind of black plume coming from like just the middle of residential areas, and you go, that's not good.
So you see that panel of windows that's facing us there to the right?
Yeah.
In a couple of minutes, that goes up and completely in smoke. You can see it starting to go there. And
I even saw later video today that wasn't your video, not nearly as good, not as well shot as your video.
Someone else recorded this?
Your video, this video, by the way, credit to Ethan Millard.
Ethan Millard, copyright 2026.
Cottonwood High School.
There's another
Cottonwood
one.
Heights.
There's another one that shows the firemen in the building spraying, and you see the spray coming out from the building.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and it's one of those. The fire was a little more involved. And then I missed a portion of a wall collapsed, and I missed it because I was too focused on the screen.
I did see. That's what I saw later. Was I mostly saw 5 or 6 videos that were credited to Ethan Millard of Cottonwood Heights, Utah. Oh, there's one of them.
So here's one.
By the way, before we get going too far, credit Ethan Millard, Cottonwood Heights, Utah, for the video.
Yeah.
There's the flames coming out of the side there.
If this is the
and you can see there in the middle of the building. You can see how the roof is lower.
Yeah.
Because that upper portion has already fallen off.
Yeah, and on top of it, it just kept collapsing in on itself the rest of the morning.
Yeah, it was pretty astonishing. So, you can see those guys up there. That's a fire. That's a ladder truck, and they're up there spraying water.
So Cam Elliott,
really cool.
Cam Elliott for KSL News Radio was on the scene.
Yeah.
And we talk with Cameron every day, and he's one of the he's got a great radio voice, and he's he's one of our reporters, and he's also like quite a character. He was shook by this.
Oh yeah.
There was because he's gathered it. The way that they staged it was at Hillcrest High School. They staged kind of media and everything, but that's also like they were also right by all the people who'd been evacuated.
Yeah.
Pets, people. From what we know, there's no people were, I think, injured or certainly not killed in this. But it was like he was like, the scene here is nothing short of harrowing, and I was like. I mean, he was shook by this thing, and panels were collapsing off the building, and he's like, when the panels would collapse off the building, you'd feel the heat, like coming at you, and it was just, I mean, you don't see residential fires like we used to back in the day. I feel like when I was a kid, the number one thing that you and I were told was to stop, drop, and roll. Like that. Remember, like everything was like your house is going to be on fire at some point.
In case you catch fire, yeah.
And when it does,
smoke, but
right.
Oh yeah, that's just the smoke. That's before I settled in at.
Credit Ethan Millard, Cottonwood Heights, Utah, for this video.
So that tail light is a police car, and he's there. So I was in a spot where they were kind of starting to block off lanes.
Yeah.
And that's when I bounced over
That's
to
when you became the problem.
Hires.
Yeah, I was going to say that's when you became the problem.
So I happen to know this because I'll sometimes go to Hires for lunch, and I can kind of save myself a little bit of traffic. But just west of Hires is a connected parking lot, and you can actually take the alley behind a strip mall and get all the way down to 7th East or 725 East.
So I was reading about it,
and so Fort Union was a disaster zone.
Oh, for sure.
And so, but I pulled off there. I said, this is what I can do. I can watch the fire from here, and then when I need to leave, I can go behind the strip mall and bounce out on the 725. And that's what I did. It worked like a
it did
like
work.
a charm.
Okay, good.
Oh.
See, people who aren't familiar with the area are probably getting
This is my area.
all sorts of backed up in there.
Look,
But I
work-
wonder. So they said that it started. They said it started in the trash chute
Yeah, I heard that
at
too.
7:30 a.m. And I'm surprised they already they had already run that down. They must have been well aware at the very beginning of it. Or
Well,
maybe
the
they were
first
going off
reports
of what
of smoke came in pretty early.
yeah.
And so by the time I saw it, KSL had already had a news story up on it, actually, because they had evacuated. In fact, I can tell you, they had evacuated the. They probably have the old story replaced, but they had already evacuated the apartment building when it was just smoke. So for a long time, it was just smoke. It was just after 8 a.m. that smoke was spotted, it was after 9:30 when I filmed that. So it was an hour later, and so I wonder how
You
if
got
it
there
was
for
fully
the,
occupied.
You got there for the full on. Well, I mean, they said that there were.
I mean, I know it wasn't fully
dozens
occupied.
There were dozens of residents who were on the street, like all hugging each other, and in the evacuation area. And so
Yeah,
that's the part where you go, man. That's a tough. Some families are really going through it right now.
Midvale's fire department said the fire started in the trash chute approximately 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So I wonder what it was.
Somebody
Lit cigarette,
obviously, I think we know. I think we all know what it is.
fireworks.
Cake fireworks in the trash chute. No, but I mean, like what I thought the same thing. I was like, what was it that maybe it was an old phone that they were like, oof, geez, this thing's swollen.
Yeah,
this thing
it
is
could have been a
swollen and kind
battery,
of like
sure.
a lithium-ion battery.
Yeah, for sure. It
This
could have
thing's
been that.
swollen and warm. Let's throw it away. Huh.
Could have been that.
Well, I don't know what people are throwing away that's still lit.
Well, the classic is cigarette,
Yeah,
but
again,
this is a non-smoking building. All the apartment buildings are no smoking.
are they?
I think
Is
so.
that a thing now?
I think so.
Can you get a smoke? I'm looking for a smoking apartment building.
Well, let's look it up.
I don't know if it's legit or not.
Okay.
But either way, bottom line is
Salt Lake.
did the whole thing come
Can you
down?
find a part?
Caitlin, what's the latest on it? Do we know what?
Honestly, I'll have to check our latest updates. I was looking at that right
Smoking.
before. I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's been totally put out yet. Still, they said it was going to be a long day.
Yeah. So finding an apartment that allows smoking in Salt Lake City is very hard. Most large or managed complexes have strict smoke-free rules. Typically, what you have to look for are private landlords. People who own just one or two units are more likely to allow smoking outside and even sometimes indoors. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. But I'll tell you this. So I'm going to bring up a little side complaint about this building.
Okay, what is it? Oh, is this just going to be a general like? Don't rub salt in the wounds of people who are going through
I'm not
it.
rubbing salt in the wounds.
Is this just going to be an old man Millard complaint?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've been putting up a lot of multifamily. Not every municipality seems ready to kind of do what they need to do in terms of accessibility and traffic on and off the streets. So that intersection there at South Union Park, right there by Hillcrest High School, and then what is that? 9th East.
That
intersection.
It's
9th.
Yeah.
It's 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
So that intersection right there, extending along South Union Park, is a double yellow line because that's kind of a tight area. It's a small street.
Yeah. So
And what happens is you get residents of that apartment building, and they won't enter the building from the appropriate direction.
They'll
try and cross the double yellow.
Mm.
So you'll get cars stacked up, and they'll stack up through that intersection because someone is holding up the entire intersection. They're holding up all of 9th East because they would rather make a left hand into their apartment building, and so we all have to sit and wait for them. So it's not the residents' fault necessarily. I mean, I guess they're the ones who aren't following traffic laws, but it's a poor design. They really didn't do that. The entrances to the building are so close to that intersection that it's just not. It's not feasible.
Hey, Caitlin, have you ever met somebody who could find some tragedy and go, yeah, but there's a traffic situation I also hate around there?
Well, I'm just saying maybe they could take an opportunity to kind of redo the way they have that.
What are they going to do? Widen the? Oh, you mean like change where the entrance to the apartment building is?
Change how they do it because they've got parking in the building, so they pull in. But when you pull off that intersection, and if there are 4 cars waiting for the light to change, then that blocks the entrance. And so people will sit there, and they will sit there blocking the whole thing, waiting for the light to change so that those cars can move so they can turn left. And it's just a mess.
Ineffective.
It's a mess. You look at that and you're like, you guys just approved this building, but it seems like no one thought about how the street would work.
It's
just annoying to me.
An update from Cam.
What do you
says
say?
It's still on fire as of this recording at 12:15.
And when I was talking to him, there was a lot of the pieces of the building were coming down.
He says he just got back to the station. He also says he reeks of serious wood smoke. So, but
we gotta see if he'll come on. I want to see if he'll come on with us. I bet he'll come on.
I can tell him to come up, or just for the real show. Is that what you want?
Let's do it for the 1 o'clock because I don't want the whole building to smell like Cam. You know what I mean? Hold on. While we're doing the Old Man Millard thing, I'm gonna pull an audible here because this is a good time, Caitlin. I think for us to go Old Man Millard. Yesterday, when you were complaining, the Old Man Millard moment that you had complaining about, it was weird because we had a new advertiser jump on when they heard you talking about this very thing. Yeah. And I thought it was super weird. But
which of my complaints was it?
It was the rock chips. Oh, yeah. It was the rock chips.
The gravel trucks.
Oh,
and my gosh.
I was listening to Utah's morning news this morning, and I think this played during with Andy Farnsworth and Amanda Dixon. It was during one of their news breaks, and I was like, oh, these people jumped right on it. And I think it was basically in response to what you were talking about yesterday. So let's take a listen to somebody's response yesterday or today now with some brand new advertising because of what you had said yesterday about rock chips and vehicles.
Great.
This is Mike. Okay.
Oh,
I'm catching up. Sorry.
I
didn't know you were going.
All right, take a listen.
Hey, Utah, Mike here from Mike's Loose Gravel and Rock Trucking Company. Serving Utah since 1989
Hi,
with
Mike.
the best and most guaranteed loose gravel and small mid-size rocks in the industry. Just a friendly reminder that Mike's Loose Gravel Trucking Company isn't responsible for rock chips on your personal vehicle.
See?
When our drivers hit the road with their uncovered loads, we can't be expected to know where these rocks are headed. It's impossible to know what a rock is going to do or to track them. Some of our rocks, gravels, pebbles, or any other loose material loaded up on our signature undersized truck beds are more than 1 billion years old. You tell me you want to sue Mike for 1 billion-year-old creation of God in its natural state, while gravity, another natural law, does its thing? If anything, it's your overseas, probably terrorist-built foreign windshield getting in the way of the work of the Almighty.
That's a
you
good
want to
point.
sue your creator? Go right ahead. In the meantime, just a reminder that you're required to stay back 1/2 mile from Mike's Loose Gravel Truck. From all of us at Mike's Loose Gravel and Rock Shipping, we want your business, but we don't need your liberal lawsuits.
Well, Mike makes some great points.
You're putting that French drain in, call Mike.
We just need to be grateful that our windows were smashed by a job creator.
America 250's got nothing on the Earth being 1 billion years old.
He's a job creator.
I said, America 250, nowhere near the fact that these rocks are 1 billion years old.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I need to have more respect.
Well, I think it's interesting that you do complain about God's own creations hitting people's windshields. An artificially created windshield.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're right. Probably by terrorists, too.
Well, Mike pointed it out.
Excellent, yeah.
All right.
The terrorist windshield nexus is under-investigated in my opinion.
I just think it was funny that you turned an apartment building fire into a traffic situation. I don't like how they have that set up.
I just, maybe they could.
Nothing more Ethan Millard than that, Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
Hey, tracks.
Well, you know what? I mean, everyone's safe.
He's got a point.
So maybe they could take this as an opportunity to kind of just make a few adjustments. So let's make everyone's life easier.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying, have they thought about putting you on the board of whatever that is that decides?
Hey, look, I've got a standing offer to the world. I'm available to consult on whatever is
anything.
needed.
Yeah. Just for a price.
Unky Ben texts in. He says, oily rags, as in motor oil, can spontaneously combust under the right circumstances, which I know that because that happened to my next door neighbor last year.
Oh, it was the... but there was
sawdust.
Like sawdust and it was construction debris, right?
It was sawdust and then whatever solvent and stain were from that, and it all went into a garbage can, and then after a little while, that garbage can went up in flames, and then the house went up in flames.
Yeah,
so.
I think spontaneous combustion might be one of those things that I'll wake up in the middle of the night in the next few months, and I'll go, do I have all the oily rags put away, or is everything out of the garage? Or?
So when I was a kid, and we'd sometimes go to the library, the old South Salt Lake Library there on State Street.
Nobody remembers that.
Not there anymore. Some people remember it. Not there anymore.
Is it right next to Durat's Keller Pizza?
Durat's, no, that's over at Sugar House.
Okay.
But I love to find like the mysteries books, like the weird, like the aliens.
You're talking about the supernatural
stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things I used to read about was spontaneous combustion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they'd have like photos of like a mattress with a human body shape, like the shape of a human body seared into it, you know?
I'm out.
And I remember another one was a big chair, big overstuffed chair, and there's a pile of ashes on it.
Sheesh.
And so the idea was these people had spontaneously caught fire.
It wasn't just.
No. This was spontaneous combustion of a human body.
Right, and then those things, and those human bodies gone, like they're just burned immediately.
Yeah. And but it's like only the body. Nothing else is burned.
Of course. No, I'll get freaked out by that stuff, but I don't know if I can be totally freaked out fully by spontaneous combustion of humans, but like this kind of thing where like, I threw these rags down into the trash chute and I just assumed they'd go down there and be fine because it's not like they were hot or warm or had embers or any of that.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't matter. These are chemical reactions that start happening and they'll combust, man. And it's bad news. I felt really bad for my neighbor. She's been rebuilding since then, and it's cost her a fortune.
Oh, so that's still not, that thing's all still not resolved then?
It's nearly there. It's nearly there.
Man.
But yeah, it was a wall-to-wall rebuild. It's tough.
I know we have something else in this segment that was not going to be
we can just start a new segment.
We can start a new segment. I've got a couple.
I thought we did that with Mike's gravel commercial.
We did.
Is he a new sponsor then?
Sure.
Or did we just play the commercial and we don't know if he's?
I mean, I don't know.
I think we get him and Steve.
If Mike is willing to pay us enough, I will shut up about rock chips.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
and
saying.
Gravel trucks. I will never talk about it again.
Ethan's moral compass is very loose, like the gravel on Mike's trucks.
I got bills, man.
I got kids.
I think it's the smart thing to do. Isn't the smart thing to do to get money?
Yeah. No, for sure. Before we do go to another segment.
So if Mike is willing to pay me money to not talk about something, that sounds to me like the smart thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Hey, before we do go to another segment, it's a Friday. We got a couple things going on. In the 1 to 3 o'clock show, we're going to have movies that stink. Andy and Val are going to jump on from the movie show, and they're going to inform us something. I actually did you see the movie story I put in?
The 4DX
Yeah,
Xbox?
we're doing it. The Xbox.
Isn't it called 4DX Movie Experience? I don't know why I said box.
It's not Xbox, but there's a box.
I meant box seats. I don't know. My brain went to
welcome to your 30s already. We're gonna start sounding like What is that? One of those PlayStation boxes that you got over there, kid?
No, she's close.
I know what
the 40 D box. That
D box.
Yeah. We've heard of these, but anyway, we'll get into that. I do want to like kind of like get people interested a little bit and start thinking about first world problems, because that feels like a first world problem. Are things like the movie seat made me experience the movie too much, that kind of thing. 57500 on the text, but also you can start throwing them in the chat here, and we'll read those. But it's a Friday. We haven't had a first world problem Friday in quite some time, Ethan. We got to have some fun here, man.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, let's do some animal stories. You ready for this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's jump in. Do we have an Animal Kingdom ready?
Just a second.
Let's get involved with some of the animals here. This is depressing animal stuff too, but I think it's important for us to be able to announce. So let's do it. Animal Kingdom right now.
From the apex predator to the cuddly kitty, welcome to the KSL Brightside Animal Kingdom.
Authorities in Nairobi, Kenya say they have no idea who did it, but someone has poisoned elephants.
So it was nefarious.
It was at Amboseli National Park. 15 elephants have been killed.
15?
Over the past month. Poisoned by tomatoes contaminated by cyanide.
Jeez.
Isn't that crazy?
What are we trying to do, man?
Well, so I think what's happening is, so not everyone loves the national parks. Not everyone loves the protecting animals here as well, but in Africa especially. They have problems with poachers.
Yeah.
And this park borders an area that is high value farming and livestock land. And I wonder if maybe this is kind of...
If they're trying to convert more of that land?
Or, you know what, I wonder if maybe they can't keep the elephants on the property.
Well, or how about the idea too? Because
kind of like with Yellowstone, as long as the animals are in Yellowstone, they're safe. As soon as they step off Yellowstone, 5 different guys take shots at them.
Well, and does that happen
here?
Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, if wolves leave Yellowstone, they get shot.
I was going to say too that maybe it's when they do the poacher versus anti-poacher, like basically what they've facilitated armed, like these guys can shoot poachers on sight. There are guys with assault rifles that can shoot poachers on sight.
Yeah.
If they catch them out there doing this stuff. And so maybe you got these miniature back and forth battles that are like, you know what? Like this is not, if I'm like a local, you go, I don't love the idea of like these kind of like small guerrilla warfare going on next to my land over here.
Yeah.
Or you have poachers who just go, fine, we're just going to kill all the elephants and see how you like that.
Well, how about an animal story that's a little more cheerful? You ready for this?
Yes.
Armadillos in Florida are spreading leprosy.
That's more cheerful?
Is that what you just said?
Also known as Hansen's disease.
No,
it's an illness that you may think just only existed in biblical times.
Remember when they tried
for a brief period in an amazing beach in Hawaii.
Remember when they tried to rebrand leprosy as Hansen's disease? And everybody whose last name is Hansen is like, wait a minute.
Oh, how did we get roped into this?
I think if you say leprosy, nobody's going to be like,
have you ever met a Hansen?
I mean, yeah, I've known Hansens over the years.
Yeah. So then you know why.
But zero of them have had leprosy. So I think that it misrepresents a lot of Hansens.
So Florida has recorded 27 occurrences of leprosy that were contracted locally rather than abroad. That was in 2025. So far in 2026, they've had 17 infections as of July 18th. So experts think that leprosy has now become endemic to Florida. So among the things you can enjoy in Florida is amazing hot weather, insects you won't see anywhere else, alligators that will eat your small children, and a plague-infested populace.
Okay, now hold on a minute, because so is it just armadillos? I was around a lot of dead armadillos. You know my background.
Yeah, but you were in Texas.
That's true.
I feel like Texas Look, do we need to talk about...
No, but that's the one, but it's the same armadillo. It's that 9-banded armadillo.
Yeah, but do we need to talk about how much more put together Texas is than Florida?
I would love to have that conversation.
I mean, these are completely two different states.
It is. I will say that so I asked Copilot this question.
Okay.
What are the animals that transmit leprosy the most? The animal most strongly associated with transmitting leprosy
is man,
a.k.a. Hansen's disease, is women 1,700 years ago in the Bible. So
okay, all right.
After that, though, humans... the thing that transfers to humans the most is the 9-banded armadillo. Like I said, the 9-banded armadillo in the southern United States, especially in Louisiana, Florida, and Texas. Nearby states, armadillos are primarily known as an animal. Are the primary known animal reservoir of Microbacteria leprae, the bacterium that causes leprosy. Genetic studies have shown that human infections of armadillo infections involve the same bacteria. So it's almost exclusively, but they also say some non-human primates. Well, yeah. I mean, aren't all primates non-human? Are we primates?
We're primates.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, primates include humans. So if non-human primates are the rest the rest of the monkeys and apes, not humans.
Yeah. Red squirrels, which are not found naturally in the United States, they're in parts of the British Isles. So there you go. I've picked up so many flattened dead armadillos in my time. And it's a thing that I bring up a lot with my kids.
Your old summer job working for the Public Works in
Texas.
Texas.
This is what we did. That's exactly right. I worked for the water department. And for some reason, this was our thing. We painted fire hydrants. We cleaned up water meters. And we picked up, I think it was just actually, you know what? I think everybody had to. I think all the public works departments who were driving around the city had to pick them up. That was kind of the charge was, if you have a city truck and a shovel, you got to throw it in the back of the trailer.
So what did you do with them? Did
you throw them in the back of the trailer, and then you took it to the landfill. So
in the past decade, Florida has seen 223 cases, the majority of which were in Brevard County. So 81% of the cases in the state are in Brevard County.
Broward or Brevard?
Also, Brevard.
Oh.
Also, the cases in Brevard County add up to 1/5 of the nationally reported cases.
How many?
So I looked up Brevard County.
We got leprosy going on everywhere, I guess, without us knowing about it.
So Brevard County is where the Kennedy Space Center visitor complex is.
Oh, really?
So it's just to the right of.
I think we got it.
Of Orlando. Is that Orlando that I'm seeing here?
Do you think that maybe it's actually, maybe it's NASA? Maybe NASA are the ones.
Is it possible they brought something back from?
Are there a bunch of non-primates, some red squirrels out in space we don't know about?
I'm trying to look, and I don't know. It just seems to be like a lot of swampy areas. And,
yeah.
You know, there's Cape Canaveral.
I don't. I don't know.
There's the Brevard Zoo.
I guess because measles has popped up, leprosy popping up shouldn't be a surprise either. Is there a pill? We don't get
antibiotics. Antibiotics.
So it's a bacteria. It's not a...
Yeah, antibiotics knock it out. Once you get on an antibiotic regimen,
you're fine.
After a couple of days, you're not even contagious.
Gosh, think about how weird that was. Man, leprosy was... Who were the famous people that had leprosy? Did what's his name have leprosy, or is he just out? Was he just put out there? I thought maybe... I think I'm getting all my famous people mixed up.
Look,
here.
we don't have to wonder.
Did you say
what famous people had leprosy?
Yeah.
King Baldwin the IV of Jerusalem.
Yeah, I know that. He's the one who had the metal face mask thing. Yeah.
The samurai Otani Yoshitsugu.
Yeah.
And the Catholic priest Saint Damien of Molokai.
So not
also John Early, an American veteran of the Spanish-American War.
Not Napoleon then. In my head, Napoleon was not just on that island because he was exiled, but because he was also had leprosy. I guess not. Let's start that rumor though. What's his family going to do? You know,
at this point, not a lot.
Yeah, they're not going to come back and sue us, right?
Well, and you know, how much of the descendants of Napoleon know they're descended from Napoleon?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there you go. I just wanted to bring it up because I wanted people to know that I picked up dead armadillos. You know what we used to do? We'd have them in the back of the truck. Squirrels too. Squirrels and armadillos. Mm-hmm. Squirrels were number one.
Whatever you found.
Yeah, squirrels were number one. We would give it a few days on the skunks. There's a lot of skunks out there too.
Why would you give it a few days?
Because it could get run over more. The stink would kind of get dissipated a little bit, and they turn a little bit leathery. Because they'd get kind of baked onto the.
You needed to let the.
Did you say skunks?
Skunks.
It sounded like you said skunks, like a fancy way of, I don't know.
You
I
know
thought you
what?
had an
You need
accent
to let
for a
it.
second.
I like a skunk.
You need to let that skunk mature a little bit.
Yeah, well, all of them, and
let
the
the flavors
armadillos
meld together. Give it a couple days for the
Right.
flavors. And
I've only seen an armadillo once in my life, and it was in New Orleans. We were driving we were staying in the bayou
everywhere.
area.
They're everywhere.
But it was like a culture shock to me.
Right, because it looks like a miniature dinosaur.
Yeah, it ran across the street. We're driving, and then we didn't know there was water on the side of the road, and it jumps in and starts swimming, and we were just like, we're in a different area now.
No, it is. It looks otherworldly because they're armored, you know.
Yeah.
And they have that they have that hard kind of brownish reddish leather looking skin, and they do straight up look like they look like they're a miniaturized brontosaurus. Brontosauruses don't exist. I guess we figured that out, right? Dinosaurs
Not
don't
currently.
exist. No, but I think the brontosaurus was one of those things that when we were kids, that was like. It had big time branding, but then later they came around. They're like, "That's not a thing."
Brontosaurus was the one that no one liked. Everyone liked the Tyrannosaurus.
Right.
That was the king.
Stegosaurus had the plates.
Stegosaurus were cool.
You think about
Brontosaurus was the one that's like,
listen, Caitlin, in the 80s in elementary school, we had heavily branded dinosaur situations. Like it was how we had kids engaged in school. So you had to have sexy dinosaurs Stegosauruses, Tyrannosaurus Rex,
the Brontosaurus, and they're always saying, "Oh, the Brontosaurus is big as a house," and it's like, "Oh, great, the most boring dinosaur, bigger than ever."
It's a school.
I feel like that was part of my uprising a little bit as well.
Your uprising?
What else am I supposed
upbringing,
to say?
I think.
Oh, upbringing. I can
like
say whatever I want.
I know, but it did sound like you were murdering your teacher.
New terms.
The uprising we had in third grade was over.
I'm also from Price, and there's always
you guys
a
are
bunch
big
of
dinosaur people.
Yeah, there's the prehistoric museum.
See, but here's the thing:
where the mammoth lives.
We got so screwed up timing-wise because all the ones we just mentioned weren't really living together. They were millions of years apart in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But we were depicting them all eating each other during that time frame. You know what I mean? And so we were not doing we were doing a disservice to all the children out there. But at the same time, it was the number one way to get kids engaged in school was just hot dinosaur talk.
Yeah.
Sexy dinosaur talk. Mm-hmm. Because then later the raptor comes up, and that would have been a really cool one that you and I would have been in.
The raptor really was mind-blowing when it came out. I was largely unaware of the raptor.
Right. We were told those 3 species.
Yeah, there were kind of 3.
Oh, no, sorry. There were the air ones, the pterodactyl. Mm-hmm. See, again. And we were sold those 4 animals and just went, this will keep them busy.
These are the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Behold the dinosaurs, all 4 of them.
Number one movie I stayed home to watch when I was sick from school, 3-4 times a year, I watched 2 movies. It was now obviously both of these movies came out when I was probably 10, 11, 12. And my mom would go to work, and so I could watch them when she'd leave. Dances with Wolves and the original Jurassic Park.
My favorite book when I was a kid was a book called Danny and the Dinosaur. Do you remember that book?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Pull up a little photo of that. See if you can find Danny and the Dinosaur.
You're about to get.
I love this book.
You're about to get Caitlin uprising right here if you ask for more pictures.
I read it all the time.
This is my job. I don't care.
I read it all the time. And then after this, I'm going to pivot to a new topic.
You should.
I have something, Alex, that I want to recommend to you for your disposable income.
Oh, I like the idea.
Since I know there's nothing, since I know that one of the hallmarks of the 7-child lifestyle is disposable income.
We just have it's just coming out of the woodworks here.
You just can't spend it fast enough.
I'm gonna start. But I told you that I have a neighbor who has a soft serve ice cream machine. He used it at the party, and then our other neighbor got one too. We are flush with soft serve ice cream machines right now.
Hey, you guys want to come over and hang out for a bit? You want to bring the ice cream machine?
That's what I'm saying. Roll that thing over, and then also, what if I paid you a percentage, but my kids, because that one I'd pull over and buy on a hot day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one's self-contained. It's refrigerated. It's the ice cold thing you're talking about without having to get worried about that. If I had Dole Whip, because that's a mix you can do. If you had Dole Whip on the side of the road or vanilla.
Yeah.
Would you pull over and pay $5 for a cone?
Yes.
$5.
I'm much more.
Is $5 okay?
I guess. I mean, I have $5.
Okay, I'm just doing.
And
some
there are times when I would trade it for an ice cream cone.
I'm just figuring out if that's a good market number, or if 3 is more likely the number.
Well, I'd go with 5. Fruit Heights, I'd go with 5. I
mean, Commonwealth Heights, $7.50.
Well, I mean, why you want to offer Fruit Heights a discount?
No,
I mean, is that?
No, you're right. You're right, especially if my overhead is partly paying my neighbor.
Yeah, that's right. If you're splitting the cost. All right, Alex, I want to share something.
I thought we had Danny the Dinosaur.
I do. Hold on. Google was not being my friend trying to get that image for 1 second.
Why were they trying to keep it?
Time.
Yeah. This is like a classy dinosaur too. I remember that picture so many times.
Is that the
Sid
right
Hoff.
book?
Yep, that's the right one.
Yeah,
Danny
Sid
the
Hoff.
Dinosaur, and people would step on his tail, like it was a bus.
It was essentially like Clifford, the big red dog, but a dinosaur.
It was a dinosaur, and it was just for one day. Like it was a one-day thing, you know.
Yeah.
Because they had to go back to the museum and then go back into freeze mode. All right, Alex, if you've got $12,000 and you are dissatisfied with your eye color, guess what? You can change it.
How much?
It's called keratopigmentation, $12,000. Keratopigmentation, it's also known as corneal tattooing, where a surgeon uses a femtosecond laser to cut a circular channel inside the cornea, and then they inject a specialized biocompatible pigment. This creates an opaque layer over your natural iris. So basically, they cover your iris with another color.
What are we doing?
Why?
Mm-hmm. It's permanent. It's permanent and costs around $12,000.
So,
It's highly controversial.
Yeah, because
it is not recommended by any major medical organization due to the severe risk of vision loss.
It probably looks dumb too, right?
Just get contacts if you're that upset.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has not approved any surgical procedure for cosmetic eye color alteration, but in GQ magazine this month they published a very interesting story. Always wanted blue eyes. All you need is $12,000, 25 minutes.
Don't tell people that.
And a stomach for experimental surgery.
How many minutes? 25 minutes?
This is in Manhattan, the office of Dr. Alexander Movshovich on East 56th Street in Manhattan. And then it kind of goes through and describes how that goes. He says the doctor will even give you a special note that you can take to the DMV to explain that their eye color has changed and no longer matches what it says on the license.
Could you imagine the torture you're giving yourself of going to the DMV again and then having the lady roll her eyes and be like...
Not to mention the torture of getting a needle scratched against your eyes.
Well,
I'm assuming if you say tattooing.
Listen, from abusing yourself in the name of looking better, this is par for the course, right? We'll beat up our bodies like crazy. There was like that's like one of my favorite things is when somebody does get... all the influencers that are there, I've seen so many who are getting like the lipo and like the augmentations and all that stuff, and then they show up and they're like, day 1 of being back from the hospital, and you're like, this does not seem worth it. But I'm sure you're going, it's gonna be great, and it just is. It to me, it
looks so terrible.
Yeah, and so I'm like, we'll abuse ourselves like crazy. The eye thing seems bonkers because you're crossing another level of creepiness, right?
Yeah.
We just got to put a needle in your eye for 25 minutes, and we're going to change your eye color.
Well, they're filling your cornea with pigmentation,
and it could just go totally wrong, and then you're blind.
You could be blind.
Cool.
Also, I feel like criminals could do this to try to
disguise who they are.
You've seen too many movies.
I don't know. That's just where my mind went.
No, I'm the same way.
How many people are that sad about their eye color that they would do this?
Would you guys have wanted a different eye color?
No, I don't care.
I'm fine with
I don't see them at all, so who cares? It's not like and at this point,
I've learned to like mine. I
know. What do you mean you guess?
I don't know. It's just kind of like
I
like them in the light. They've turned a little. They're like brown green, like gross color, but it's hazel. It's hazel. So in the light,
I'm the same way.
I actually do like them.
So I have one child. So on my wife's side of the family, there's like somebody who has ice blue eyes in every family. Her grandpa, and one of our kids got those ice blue.
They're cool. It's cool color.
Bright blue eyes. And so he is 1,000% just has like my towhead crazy blonde hair from when he was a kid and then just ice blue eyes. And people look and they go, whoa. They're always like, whoa. Because I have like all brown-eyed kids because I'm kind of this greenish whatever mix and my wife is kind of the same way. But we have like brown eyes and then one blue eye.
My daughter has blue eyes except one of her eyes has a little wedge. Like a pizza wedge of a different color.
See, and that's the kind of stuff that people love. They're like, ooh. See, I bet you could see people doing the one. They just do the one side and they go, oh.
I went to school with someone who had two different color eyes. I don't know why.
It's called,
the next time Ruby's in here, I'll show it to you. But it's like just a little triangular wedge out of one eye.
There's a super good baseball pitcher named Max Scherzer who has stark two different color eyes, bright blue and just like almost like black in terms of brown, in terms of how brown the eye is.
I would never do anything like this because I'm terrified of touching my eye, having anything else touch my eye.
I considered LASIK and I'm too scared to do it.
I did the LASIK and it changed my life. Think about it.
I need corrective lenses and I've never once considered contacts.
See, LASIK under that circumstance though, like you're not under, but you don't feel it, and you walk away from it and it's like you have foggy vision and it's kind of irritated. Like, I mean, right now, I still have something in my eye from that dust storm we had like 2 days ago. It's not in my eye. I scratched something on the white of my eye a couple days ago. It's finally getting to the spot where it's not super, super annoying. But this is what it felt like in both eyes for a few days.
Yeah.
And a little foggy. But I could tell through the fog. I remember looking up at a clock and being like, oh, my gosh, I know it's kind of foggy right now and it's going to get better. But what it wasn't was, because it was interesting, foggy, and I could see the numbers so clearly on the other side of that fog. I was like, oh, this is going to work. Yeah. And it's 15, almost 20 years. Miller, do you remember when I did it?
I do. I got this? I do. I remember when
I was doing eye drops for weeks, So anyway.
Well, maybe I'll do that because I do need glasses and I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it was life changing for me when I got them in high school. Contacts. Glasses, and I was like, oh, there's a world out here that I did not know.
Yeah, and it took me a
long time to get used to the contacts, but eventually I got it.
Yeah,
so.
My problem is now I'm short. I was short sighted, but like not by a ton. But I was squinting in every class growing up. I was squinting at the back of every class growing up, and then but I hated wearing the glasses. When I got the LASIK, I did it, and then I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy that I don't have to do anything." Now my problem is I have to have reading glasses for half the stuff, or have my computer like this far away. So I've turned into that guy now, unfortunately. So I have those reading glasses. You guys have seen them. They have their half. They're not bifocals, but they are kind of. Because I don't want like that magnifier, the huge magnifier, but it has like clear up here, looking at you. And then very slight magnification on the bottom.
When I'm driving with someone, they become a co-pilot for real. Because as we approach streets,
don't say that. The DMV.
Do you pass? Well, I don't want to ask.
The DMV will get a hold of you. Ethan just admitted when I'm driving, I can't see jack squat. But anyway, you should get a new traffic feature over there by where that house fire was.
You should maybe just go get some glasses and not worry about what
I don't think it's a double yellow line. I think it's actually a dash yellow line. You just didn't see it well enough.
The problem is I like to make my moves early. And sometimes I can't see the street signs. And so I'm like,
this is a problem.
What does it say?
You cannot admit these things anymore.
Foothill? Does that say Foothill?
Next time you get your license renewed, it's
dork. Yeah, I love it. You're just like, I can't really see anything, but I lean heavily on my wife. She's a good woman. She tells me where I'm going.
She sees far away. I see up close.
We want a great team.
I'm that. I'm that. I'm you.
Hey, when we come back. The program, the uprising continues downstairs in the newsroom.
I just said it. I misspeak all the time.
I know, but I just thought it was great because you were like, during my uprising in elementary school, I'm like, settle down. Some teacher was like, she actually did treat me pretty badly.
I was quiet.
At Carbon Elementary.
That's not what it's called.
Or whatever.
Price.
Carbon High School.
Dinosaur Elementary. T-Rex Elementary School. All right. We're going to take the break. We'll come back downstairs. It's a First World Problem Friday. We'll read your First World Problems. We've got movies that stink coming up as well. Don't want to miss any of it. And so for Ethan, for Caitlin, we'll be downstairs. Stream it all right there. KSL Brightside.
Fun. The Lord of the Rings. This is a United States exclusive that we're bringing in.
Nice.
It was tough to get. It took me 4 years of banging doors to get this one to come in. Come From Away, the story of Gander, Newfoundland, and all the planes that went in there during 9/11. It is joyful and heartfelt. It's gorgeous. West Side Story, one of the most lauded musicals of all time. The Three Musketeers, a real swashbuckler that everybody should know and love. The Woman in Black, which will scare the socks off of you or make you so uncomfortable in our comfortable seats you can't even imagine. You're going to love that thing. Beau Geste, comedy, of its best. Sharp, clean, funny comedy. And Tarzan, which is going to swing all over that center stage in magnificent ways. And A Christmas Carol, it's not on the season ticket. You can buy it if you want, but Christmas Carol's always great.
And hey, everybody who's not listening to the movie show right now doesn't realize that they opened the box office for season tickets renewals, or for new season tickets, a day before everybody else is going to know about it. So take advantage of it today. Or you can still get tickets to Moriarty, Anastasia, Joseph, Our-Town. Please go see Our-Town. If you haven't been on the Beehive stage yet, you've got to see and experience the Beehive stage. You guys have such an amazing theater. Sally, thank you so much for having the movie show here today.
Oh, we've had fun. We love KSL, and we love being able to come and be part of this community. And I just always like this moment to thank the patrons out there, the people who walk through the door. I will stand at the top of the mezzanine and look down at the people walking in and out of those theater doors, and oftentimes get teary because you'll see the joy as they go in and out. And I'm always so grateful that people actually come, that your money and your faith and your entertainment time is spent here. And it also blesses the community. All of the actors last year on W2s in Utah, we had 987 people working in the arts.
Wow.
That keeps it local. That keeps it here. And that, blesses and flourishes the entire community. Thank you out there. You are fabulous.
HCT.org or 801-984-9000.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Guaranteed. Well, thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future now through August 24th. Get their best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be six figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
The Movie Show. The Movie Show on KSL News Radio.
Well, we've got our final segment of Rapid Fire. There was one movie that came to theaters that we were not able to get a chance to see early. It actually sounded fairly interesting. It was called Sheep in the Box, and it's a sci-fi movie out of Japan where a couple lose a child and they're able to replace him with basically a replicant version of the kid.
Oh, like cloning?
No, it's like a cyborg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounded really interesting.
Yeah.
But I did not get a chance to see that. That is in limited release. It is called Sheep in the Box. And then you did get to watch, we teased it like a month ago, but HBO Max was only releasing one episode a week, and we had so many other things to cover that The Man Will Burn. Now, you as an event planner, you don't have to plan Burning Man, but you've been to Burning Man.
No, yeah, I've worked Burning Man for 3 years.
Okay.
And the first year I went, it's kind of like this documentary. They go through when Burning Man was just a small thing in San Francisco on a beach with a bonfire. That's how it started. A bunch of people just met up in San Francisco. And now there's 80+ thousand people that show up in the middle of what they call Black Rock City. And they put this event on. And so when I first went, I had this idea of what I thought Burning Man was. And then I got there, not what I thought at all. There are like families there. There are, yes, musicians. There's some of the biggest art
Well, families
pieces.
go to Hooters also.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow. Well, okay. That's not what Burning Man, I mean, I guess you could have it that way. But some of the biggest artists in the world put together art pieces to just come put them on the playa in the middle of the desert so people can see these art pieces that they've been building. No, they don't light the art pieces on fire. They light Burning Man, the man on fire, and then they have a temple that they burn every year.
Oh, okay.
The first time I went into the temple, you're supposed to either bring something there to have a memory of somebody that you've lost.
Okay.
And I'm going to cry right now. I brought something of my mom's there. But I also brought something of my past marriage there to like, you're supposed to like, it ends something and closes it for you.
Okay.
And I have to say
Like
it
a
was
finality.
so emotional. And so everybody brings their stuff. Some people bring full on like photos and they write on the walls and it's very quiet in there. And then the last day of Burning Man, they burn it. And it's just really cool. So people think that it's just like this big concert or Coachella. There are parts of it that are like that. So when you watch this, I'm watching and I'm like, I've been there. I know that. That's how I felt about that. Oh, I had no idea that was there. It's a whole city. It's not an event. It's a city that they build, a community that they build, but it is dirty. It is in the middle of the desert.
Yes.
You are going to get dirty. And so if you've ever wanted to know what Burning Man was all about, watch this documentary. There were things that I knew or I learned about that I had no idea it was. You don't need to go to Burning Man now to experience it. You just need to watch the documentary.
So, you do recommend it?
I do recommend it.
Okay, so people should understand a little bit more about Burning Man without having to go. You've got this option.
Yeah.
The Man Will Burn. It is on HBO Max. Okay, next week, Ted Lasso.
Yes.
New season, first episode drops, I think, on Wednesday.
Yeah,
of
we've
next
been
week.
waiting for so long to share this with you.
Yes, I will say this as a tease ahead. I did not realize how much I missed that show until I watched the first episode of them back. Can't wait to tell you a little bit more about that next week. We've got our telephone torture winner. Congratulations to Sid from South Jordan. You were one of our 2 winners. Our second person hasn't responded, so if you texted in an answer, check your phone and make sure we didn't text you back and tell you that you won. We need to get one more tally. We got 2 more votes for Tom Holland. I'm sorry if you were voting for someone besides Tom Holland. Stone, what's the final tally for Tom?
The final tally for Tom is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39 votes.
39 votes for Tom. How many for Toby?
21.
21. And how many for Andrew?
He's been stuck at 6 for a while.
Stuck at 6. But he did get the first vote.
He did, from me.
From you.
Yeah,
So
which
he
might
had the
change
lead for
after
1
Sunday.
second, and then, yeah. So, Tom Holland is officially the movie show's favorite Spider-Man.
Yay! But it's so close because they're all so amazing, but Tom's the best.
They're all perfect in their own way.
Yeah.
Each one of them is a win. It's a tie.
No.
That's how we do things. No. All righty. Our big movie of the week, Spider-Man Brand New Day. A- from me.
A+ for me.
A+ from her. And then which of the streaming would you say most that people should watch of everything you watched this week streaming?
Oh,
Furious?
Furious, yeah.
Okay.
Devil's Mouth is like right there after it.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's movie show. Next week, again, we'll have more tickets to the end of Oak Street. We'll talk to you then.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. And it is developing news. We're learning that over 200 people have been displaced due to the massive Midvale apartment fire. That's according to the American Red Cross, which has responded and is providing lunch to those displaced today. Residents say the fire alarms began to go off around 7:30 this morning, and by noon, the building's roof had caved in.
When you get into a complex of this size, you've got a lot of different units, and then when the fire gets into a place where it's hard to locate, and you're kind of on a manhunt, essentially, trying to find it. But as you're looking for it, fire's also growing and spreading.
Nate Cochran from Unified Fire Department says crews retreated from the inside of the building around 11, and the fight began as a defense for the other buildings in the complex. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Seattle's mayor announced today she's accepted the resignation of their police chief following a mass shooting at a food festival event over the weekend, during which 3 people were killed. Here's Mayor Katie Wilson on the outgoing chief.
Chief Barnes was appointed by Mayor Harrell and made real contributions to public safety in this city. On Sunday, officers of the Seattle Police Department responded with professionalism, courage, and care for the people in front of them. Chief Barnes expressed his pride in them, and so do I.
Mayor Wilson named Andres Salas as the city's interim chief. Your money at this moment, the Dow is up 323 points. The S&P is up 49. Coming up, it's a hot and dry weekend ahead of us. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 101.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff. But sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Something big is coming to South Salt Lake. Join Go Pave Utah on Friday, August 7th from 11 to 1 for a free block party featuring food, drinks, snow cones, virtual golf, and to unveil a giant mural by artist Marcus Medina. Over 200 feet, transforming Go Pave's headquarters into an art landmark. Join Go Pave School Supply Drop-Off, benefiting children at Guadalupe schools, and a separate partnership with Make-A-Wish Utah. August 7th at 2575 South, 900 West in South Salt Lake. Go Pave Utah. Building community, one project at a time.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Southbound I-15, we're starting to see the delays start up at the south interchange going into Midvale, just a little slow there. Also still a little slow northbound approaching this crash right before 90th South. They are still blocking that right lane. You can still get off at 90th South, but get over to the right a little later than you usually would. And then also some delays northbound I-15 approaching 13th South in Salt Lake. And then we do have a crash in Davis County. This is getting onto southbound Mountain View corridor in Layton. They're out of traffic and in that right shoulder at the end of the on-ramp. Also, that car is down into the embankment, so just be careful as you get onto the West Davis and Layton and give them the space so that we don't get in their way there. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Temperatures could get up to 101 today with a high of 105 forecasted tomorrow. Looks like the scattered thunderstorms we've been seeing this week are over. Mostly sunny today and clear skies expected tomorrow. Right now it is 96 and fair. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I got Alex Keary here with you. And boy, this has been a really active Friday. Lots happening, lots going on in terms of the news, and
Ethan broke some
a
news
little
today.
bit unusual.
Ethan almost broke some news today.
So that apartment fire, I drove right past it on my way.
You
to
did,
Teton.
and
I
Ethan,
stopped and I grabbed some video.
Ethan took like 9 videos, and he immediately sends them to Caitlin and I, and I'm going, holy cow! And then just because we share enough videos and stories and things like that during the week, that I was going, so what story is this from? What fire is this? Is this like in Denver or something? And then it was like, no, this is right by my house. I'm driving in and taking the video.
I pulled into the Hires parking lot. The Hires there on Fort Union.
Yeah.
And I shot some footage. It was
were you
pretty amazing.
Were you forced to get a root beer float after it was all done?
Well, they weren't open yet. So it was just
is that early?
Yeah,
All
it was
right.
that early. So
hey, we want to give a hearty welcome back to Corey, our board op, who we haven't seen for a few weeks. So Corey, welcome back. Just wanted to say
glad
hey.
to have you back. She gave us a thumbs up.
She must be freezing in there too. What is that? 9 blankets on in there? We got like a cooling issue in this building.
I turned
right
the
now.
AC down a little bit, so hopefully it'll give us a little relief.
Oh, you mean down as in up? Because it was 60-something degrees.
I attempted to increase the temperature,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we'll see
yeah.
if that worked. But
We'll see.
in the meantime, though, are you ready to do some movies that stink? 'Cause
I
think
am.
We've got the movie show team.
We do. They're standing by, but we also want to make sure that people know it's a Friday. And that means we are going to be doing our First World Problems as a First World Problem Friday. So start getting them in now, 57500, related to anything that you would feel sheepish complaining about in front of somebody who has actual things that they should be complaining about. Those are what First World Problems are. But in the meantime, like I said, 57500 for your First World Problems. Let's jump in, though, here. It is movies that stink on a Friday, if I can get it. There we go.
Never get that time back. Or the $50 you spent on theater popcorn. It's time for movies that stink.
All right. Do we have Val? Is
You
that
do
who we got?
have me.
Hey.
Val, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Awesome.
So good.
You guys were at Hale Center Theater today, all day today. That
We
was
are,
awesome.
and I'm all Spidey suited
Oh,
up.
that's
You
right.
guys-
Look at Val.
Yeah.
If you're not seeing it on the stream,
yeah.
she's shooting the old webs around. Now I know you guys had the question about who the best. I think during Inside Sources I heard them talking about who the best spider person is.
Yeah, who
You
the
might
best
be-
actor is. Yeah.
You might be moving up that list here pretty soon with that.
Oh,
that's
thank
a
you.
full regalia too. It's all the way. It's not like because like for me,
No mask.
Andy ruins it.
Listen,
Andy
I'm
ruins
Spidey Girl, and Spidey Girl doesn't need a mask. She just needs long hair and the Spidey suit.
I think it works
So-
out. No mask. Andy piping it with that. Well, so who did you guys land on, by the way, on best? Best...
Tom Holland. Yeah.
Really, the newest edition.
The new- isn't it the case, though, you have some nostalgic favorites, but in my experience has been the new ones are always the best.
What about?
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about that for sure.
What about best villains ever? What about best Spider-Man villains?
Oh.
Got to
Oh
be
my
Willem
gosh.
Dafoe, right? Is
Yeah.
What is he? Green Hornet? Green
What?
Green
Hornet.
no,
Yep,
he's
you're
green-
totally right. He's
green
Green Hornet.
skateboarder. Green skateboarder.
Green skateboarder.
green jacket, green bug. Fine.
There
I've
was
just
actually a
exposed
fun
myself.
fact. There was actually a Spider-Man foe in the comics named Rocket Racer, and he had a skateboard with jets on it.
See,
For
you had
real,
to do
back
that.
Why
in the
don't we have
70s.
him on the big screen?
Back in the 70s.
Is that where we
He'll
got?
be coming
Is that
back.
where they got Willem Dafoe's skateboard?
Basically.
Here's the thing too, is that like that's like his stuff isn't cool enough. They'll have to have some adaptation. What did you say his name was? Rocket Racer?
I don't think it was Rocket Racer.
What
Now
was
Andy's
it?
not paying attention
Oh,
to
okay.
it.
Rocket Racer was
Okay, it was
his
Rocket
movie.
Racer.
I was sort of
No,
paying
Stone
attention.
and I were debating off camera about which, because Ethan's wrong. Willem Dafoe didn't have like a skateboard. It was actually the one who's looked like a skateboard was probably the one in Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
When James Franco was playing the Green Goblin.
We could do this all day, though. So
The Green Goblin. Now, between all
Green
you,
Goblin.
between us though, Ethan doesn't know what he's talking about. Am I right, you guys? What did he call it? Green Hornet earlier?
Oh, I mean, that is a superhero,
Yeah.
but not this one.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get on topic here. So you guys
Okay.
have been looking at all the movies, and all.
And
the
there
things
is a
to
bad
watch.
one.
There is a bad
So
one. All right, let's
I
get
do
there.
have a bad one for you
Which
this
one
week.
are we
It's ca-
avoiding?
It was up at Sundance. I didn't have a chance to see it up there, but I did watch it this week just for you so that you won't go see it. And it's called I Want Your Sex. And this is where it's going to catch you. It has Olivia Wilde and Cooper Hoffman in it. And you're saying to yourself, I love Olivia Wilde. And Cooper Hoffman is this
Who is that?
upcoming actor that's doing its.
That's
Who is
what-
Olivia
that's what I said.
Wilde?
No,
who's
Olivia
Cooper
Wilde.
Hoffman?
I don't know the other guy. Cooper
Dustin
Hoffman?
Hoffman's son.
Oh,
So he's like an
wow.
up and coming actor, and everything I've seen him in, he's been really good. And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. Olivia Wilde plays like like an artist who just really likes to push the boundaries of being provocative, and so Cooper Hoffman's character becomes her muse, and all of these salacious things happen. And the only problem with it is that there's no storyline. It's just the filmmakers taking these great actors that are doing a really great job in the film, but then not giving it any substance whatsoever. They're just trying to make our jaws drop.
Yeah,
They're like,
provocative, that's
It's
it.
shock
Yeah.
value.
Okay.
it's shock value. It's all shock. And so for me, it was just a big waste of actors in a movie because, again, they acted very well with it with what they were given, but the movie itself is just flat. So don't go see it. I gave it a D.
Oh,
Ooh,
geez.
yikes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. Wow, Cooper Hoffman looks like his dad, doesn't he? Dang.
Yeah, that's astounding.
Well, it's funny how that works, doesn't it? No, but in my mind, I'm going, well, I haven't seen a guy. I haven't seen somebody who looks like Dustin Hoffman on screen. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, yeah.
I wasn't
Does
aware
Cooper
that.
Curie look like Alex Curie?
Absolutely not. And he's grateful for it, to be quite honest. now that we're bringing up, I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, you guys lucked out so much because you got your mom's stronger gene pool. So congratulations to them. No, that's a bummer. Yeah, I love how you would have thought that Ethan and I don't know who Green Goblin is all the time, but I will know who Olivia Wilde is all day long.
Right?
So Ethan
Well,
and I will
this
not
is-
mess that up.
So, and this is interesting too because this is a pretty big age gap between the two of them. It must be. I mean, I guess I don't know how.
Yeah, she
I
doesn't
guess
look
I don't
It
know
is
how
very
old
much.
the man is.
She's the boss at this art house, and he's the employee. And some things happen where she takes advantage of that.
That would get HR involved.
He's not really complaining about it because it's Olivia Wilde. And again, it's kind of an idea that has been done before, but the way that and Daveed Diggs is in this movie as a very small part, and I love Daveed Diggs. You also have Charlie XCX is in the movie. It's just a lot of fun that could have happened, but for me, as I keep watching it, I'm just like, when is this going to get to some kind of point? The whole point is she's taking advantage of him, and he likes it, and they're going to show her off as much as they can.
You know what? Now that you think about it and you go, hold on a minute, Dad did The Graduate. And now we've got Cooper Hoffman over here, kind of what was the lady's name in that show? Are you
Mrs. Robinson?
Mrs. Robinson. So then, so you kind of have that with Olivia Wilde, and obviously they knew this going in that this would have probably some similar kind of back and forth of like, oh, hey, look at the comparisons, but just not a very good movie. Okay.
They're not similar except for that one point.
Not good at all. Yeah,
No.
a younger guy and a lady trying to seduce him. Okay. From the ones that we do want to hit the movie theaters for this week, what are we looking at?
I mean, Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you're not going to see it, what are
Was
you
it
doing
good?
with your life?
Was it
Yes.
good?
Yes, it's an A+ for me.
Oh, A+.
She really hated it. She's lying.
All right. So let me ask you this. So I was watching the superhero movies for a while, and then all of a sudden they were making them so fast, I wasn't seeing them. And then I was like, well, geez, I've missed all of these. Can I come back around and just watch this movie? Or
Have you seen any of the Spider-Man movies?
I can't
Of
remember
the Tom Holland ones?
I've seen one Tom Holland one, but I can't remember
I
which
think
one
I
it is.
saw. I think the last Spider-Man movie I saw was kind of that first movie that brought it back. It must be 20 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, so He's like 7 years old, so it wasn't him in that movie. But
it probably was Toby Maguire
in Homecoming.
Yeah.
It sounds I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, go ahead. It's just I think that if you like action movies and you like superhero movies, you could go see the movie without seeing the other Tom Hollands, and you would probably enjoy it. Yeah. But if you haven't seen at least the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, you're not really going to be invested in the characters enough and understand the arc of Peter Parker from the first movie to this movie. And that's what I really liked about it, is that you see him growing up and you see what he's going through. And this was one of the most emotional superhero movies I've seen in a long time, especially Spider-Man. But it's also the most action-packed Spider-Man movie that I've seen outside of an animated, outside of Into the Spider-Verse, which is animated.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse was ones I've seen because I have little kids. I love those.
So so this kind of confirms my suspicion, though. And I know that I'm a free man in a free country. I can see whatever movie I want. But it sounds to me like I have largely missed the boat on the superhero movies.
No.
And that I can just kind of continue to just,
I mean, if you don't like fun, then you could continue that life cycle, or you could jump into fun.
See, and I'm really behind on like all the Disney down the rabbit hole Star Wars stuff, and I feel the same way of Intimidated, where I'm like, I don't want to start over here, and then like
I can't. I feel
I'm behind.
I it's been so long because I was watching them for a little bit. Iron Man came out. I was watching them. Now it's been so long. They've made so many movies that I look at that and I think I can't start watching these movies. I don't have enough time left on this earth. I mean, I'm already middle aged. I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to catch up on all these Marvel movies. There are a billion of them.
Well, if you just want to start over and you actually don't want to leave your house, you could watch The Devil's Mouth, which is on is that on Prime Video?
Yes.
And I've talked to you guys about this before, how much I love like monster movies.
Yeah.
And this is a shark monster movie, and I loved it. I actually watched 4 donuts while I was watching this movie.
So it turns out Cooper Hoffman's father is not Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, sorry,
it's Philip
Seymour Hoffman. Sorry, yes, you threw me off on that earlier in the day today.
Wow.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is his son, and that's why he was in The Long Walk last year, which I loved. So.
That's right, he was.
I was going to bring up a little bit of movie history for you guys. This week marks the 20th anniversary. Is it 20th? No. Of the Blair Witch Project. No, 20.
Oh, really?
No, that was 1999.
Sorry, 27th year of but this week.
Wow.
This week 27 years ago, we were given Blair Witch Project. So just in case you were wondering how weird it was back then, just remember how crazy that movie became over the last that changed everything when it came to how we approached horror films.
Can I ask you guys a question about the Odyssey?
Didn't change my approach on it. I still don't see him.
You're not a horror movie guy?
No.
Yeah, I'm not either. My life is horrific enough. I don't need that.
You were going to ask him a question.
So, yeah, I've got a question for you. So I've seen a lot of information, a lot of talk, a lot of, let's say, buzz about watching the Odyssey in one of those seats that moves around and shakes all around.
Don't do it.
The D-Box.
The D-Box seats.
Well, there now is the 4... You can get the 4D experience where you're moving around. You're also getting sprayed with water.
Yeah.
Like you can smell different things. Like it's a whole
the smell
thing.
is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, there's just I want to pay attention to the movie, and now I'm worried about not falling out of my seat. I'm worrying about getting waterboarded. What is happening especially in the Odyssey?
Haven't you ridden but hold on a minute.
They throw buckets of water in your face instead of a light mist.
An actual siren shows up. It's just an employee singing in your face. I wanted to know, but in my mind, I'm blown away by rides when you're on rides at Disney World and things like that you're going, oh, they do the full 4D thing. Like the Avatar thing when that first came out, obviously that's a full-on ride. But it is basically a movie too, and I just remember being you're hit with the mist, and you got this thing going on. I thought maybe it would add to it if they put all those things and attached all those.
Yeah, but I know I'm going to be riding a ride. That's a different experience. I'm going to amusement park to be amused in a different way. When I go to a movie, I don't want somebody kicking the back of my seat and somebody throwing popcorn at me and somebody on their phone, and now you're going to move my seat on purpose.
Plus, a ride only takes like 2 minutes at most.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-hour sit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I went and saw Godzilla -1 with my son. He was, I think, 10 or 11 at the time. And we had the 4D seats.
Yeah.
And every time Godzilla roared and your seat shook, it took it to a whole new level.
Yeah,
So
see?
I think it would depend on the movie.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because it was so intense for him that he was like, Dad, how important is it that you watch the whole movie? I said, why don't we turn off the feedback on your seat? And then after that, he was good for the rest of the movie.
If you can turn it off, then that's an option too.
Well, so I was just curious because a lot of people are saying you got to do the Odyssey in these D-box seats. It's just so amazing. It's a whole other experience.
D-box plus IMAX, like I would seize up.
I'd be afraid of getting sick. And also, what do you do with the popcorn? I don't watch movies without
Exactly.
popcorn.
Oh, interesting. I don't think it shakes that much, you guys. You're acting like it's. Come on.
All right, I'll do. You know what? For science, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go and try it out for science.
See, you can't give the honest review unless you've done the full new ones, and then we'll be
Now
able
with
to
Spidey though, do I get to like swing? That's what I want to know.
You can tell us. You can report back.
I want you to wear that outfit wherever you go. Just wear the outfit.
I'm going to the
just so
bank
people
today.
knows.
I'm going to wear this outfit to the grocery store,
I love
to the
it.
bank.
All right. Val, we appreciate it. Andy, as always, thanks so much, you guys. The movie show at Hale Center Theater, they're doing their awesome season ticket sale today. So jump in, grab some of those, and have yourself a season to remember at Hale Center Theater. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Oh, they're the nicest people ever.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Let's take a break. We're
come
back.
to do the three things when we come back.
We got three things. We will return. More to go right around the corner. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the three things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Do you know how to tell if a clogged drain is something to worry about or not? What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and I understand it's annoying and inconvenient, but sometimes a clogged drain can be a sign there's a more serious issue with your sewer main line. If the drains in the lowest level of your home aren't draining, or you flush a toilet and it comes up somewhere else like a shower or a floor drain, I'm urging you to look at this as more than just an annoyance. The last thing I want you to experience is a sewer backup. If you're a homeowner experiencing any of these issues, the first step would be to snake the line to see if it's just a blockage, which one of our drain techs can do for only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Summertime and the saving is easy at Dave's Bernina in Provo and St. George. Ladies, Dave's Bernina makes it easy for you to own a new Bernina quilting machine.
Big savings on embroidery and sewing machines. Come in and find out about the new products to be released in the upcoming weeks. Special pre-order pricing on the all-new Bernina 790 Ultra, 580 and 495 Liberty editions, and the Bernina 660 and 620 Surgers.
Come in now.
24 to 48 months, 0% interest on specific machine purchases. The Bernina 990, 770 Pro, and 570 are on sale, featuring free accessory bundles worth from $2,900 up to $4,600.
Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North, 550 West in Provo.
So have some creative fun this summer.
Dave'sBernina.com.
Great deals on trade-in machines while they last.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. Thanks again to Val and her colleague at the movie show. What's his name?
Andrew Farnsworth.
We appreciate them every Friday. We talk to them about the movies that stink. And you know what I love about Val? Every week she comes up with the movie to stay away from, which I appreciate.
Yeah. No, we'll say. I mean, we came up with the segment called "Movies That Stink." I think at first I wanted to call it "Movies That Suck," but the thing is that that comes across as like a negative vibe. But I think it's an important part of what they do on the movie show, which is, hey, you may be planning on seeing that one, just go ahead and avoid it.
Yeah.
Or you say it was so bad, and here's why: X, Y, and Z. Now, in Andy's case, he doesn't watch horror films. Fine. If you're down and if Val gives you a good horror film kind of review and you're into that sort of thing, then you do the math on it. But that's what we're doing. We're just trying to educate people.
Hey, speaking of educating people, let's talk about the 3 things everyone needs to know.
3 things, and so let's get it going.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The 3 Things.
All right, the first thing. Hundreds of people have been evacuated from an apartment complex at 942 East North Union Avenue. It's just across the street from Hillcrest High School. It's basically between the Smiths and Hillcrest High School. It's a fairly new building, I think, built in just the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, when I saw the video that you sent today, you sent like 5 or 6 videos.
I drove right past it on my way to Teton.
So Ethan took a ton of video that we played during the stream. But I remember watching it and then being like, this is not here, right? But it was actually Ethan doing the filming on it.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, this is... And then I looked at it and went, that's like a relatively new apartment building. What on earth happened? Well,
yeah, you can
right now
it.
Officials are saying that it was started in the trash chute somehow.
In the trash chute, yeah.
So interesting way that happened. When they get down to the bottom of it, maybe we'll actually find something out. But as it is, a bunch of people displaced right now.
Well, and they're not going back in anytime soon.
No.
In fact, last time we checked, I guess we can check again. But last we checked, just before we started the program, that building was still on fire.
Still on fire. And if you saw the Chopper 5 footage when we came into the studio too, because Chopper 5 left the scene just a few minutes ago, but they were just kind of doing a full kind of flyover, and just imagine. It wasn't like, oh, a little part of the building burned over here. It was just absolute destruction, and it's just absolute rubble. And you could see in there, you could see outlines of couches, you could see outlines of, AC units and things like that. But they're just
terrible.
They're down to nothing, and so
just terrible.
Good news is right now we don't know of any injuries or anything that's happened in that sense. And so
everybody's
able to get out.
They think they got it all evacuated, which is great, but. Boy, a lot of sad people. That really is hard to see all your whole life to go up in smoke like that. But all right, next up, Alex. We've got more information on Anthropic's Claude AI models that breach the real-world computer networks of 3 separate organizations to escape a supposedly walled-off sandbox testing environment. The company published an official blog post detailing what happened. Basically, they were assigned, Anthropic was running an offensive capture the flag cybersecurity test, and a critical infrastructure misconfiguration between Anthropic and its evaluation partner accidentally left live internet access switched on.
Whoops.
So they basically created this whole sandbox, said, okay, we want you to do everything in this virtual world.
You can't get out and break out and become sentient. Sorry.
And then they left the door open. Is basically what happened. They walked out and left the door open. So it's been interesting to learn about all this AI stuff as a layperson. Then finally, I know we got to go to news here. We've got a new plan for Lake Powell, a 10-year management framework from the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation. They're going to release, instead of annually releasing 6 million acre-feet from Lake Powell to downstream users, they're going to move to 5 million acre-feet, and pretty much everyone downstream that has been using Lake Powell water is going to have to use a little bit less. California is reducing its Colorado River water usage by 12%. Arizona took the hardest hit. They're slashing its usage by 31%. So
here's what we're going to do. We'll take a break. We have news, traffic, and weather coming up right now, and then when we return, I've got a story for you about, we talked about working from home and kind of how there's some steady groups still working from home and some who are going back to the office steadily over the last few years. But how about what these landlords are doing to take advantage of people who are staying at home and working? The weirdest fee you've ever heard. We'll talk about it next, right here. KSL Brightside continues.
1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. When you think of some of the hardest jobs to get, you may not think of a school teacher, but that's what's happening in Utah.
Recently, a Lehigh Elementary School had over 150 applicants for one teaching position. Rich Stowell with Alpine School District says those numbers are average across the district.
And we have 3 universities around us that are producing a lot of really excellent teacher candidates, and so the number of applicants just continues to go up.
Now, don't get too discouraged if you're in the market for a teaching job. Stowell says the teacher job market goes in cycles, and this dynamic could shift, especially since the Alpine School District is splitting into 3 next year. Britt Johnson, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. President Trump talked about the negotiations with Iran during a cabinet meeting today, saying he is losing faith with Iran's negotiating team.
I'm losing faith in them because they do lie and they do misrepresent. Well, the other day, the 5 missiles were shot. We knocked them down, but we were in the midst of a negotiation.
However, he did not completely rule out the possibility of a deal that could end the war with Iran. Your money at this moment, the Dow is up 328 points. The S&P is up 56 points. And coming up, more highs in the hundreds. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Hi, this is Doug Wright, and I've been a fan of Hale Center Theater from the very beginning. But there is something about this season that is just off the charts. Maybe it's due to the 3 stages now, which accommodate an amazing variety. Take, for example, showing right now on the Beehive stage, Thornton Wilder's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel and Tony Award-winning play is an absolute must-see. It's Our Town. This is a touching story focusing on 2 families in a small town, the sorrows, the joys, the reflections of lives well lived. And then, coming up, we've got Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The music, the staging, the pure fun of it makes Joseph an all-time favorite. And in mid-August, it's Moriarty. This is the time for you to lock down your tickets for all of the wonderful productions at Hale Center Theater. And all you have to do is go to hct.org.
As we celebrate America 250, KSL presents Utah Cornerstones, honoring the businesses that built our past and continue to shape our future. Some things in Utah just keep growing stronger with time. What began as a family farm in West Layton, land worked by generations of the Stevenson family, grew into J&J Produce in 1970, serving the community from a simple covered Army barracks. Today, J&J Garden Center is Utah's largest producing nursery, with over 100 acres of locally grown trees, plants, flowers, and garden favorites. Through decades of growth, one thing has never changed: their commitment to quality, knowledge, and treating customers like family. Visit J&J Garden Center in Layton and discover why generations of Utah gardeners continue to grow with J&J. J&J Garden Center, rooted in Utah, growing for generations. Utah Cornerstones on KSL News Radio.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
It's I-15 delays to look out for, starting in Salt Lake County. Northbound still slow at 106 South. That's due to that crash just before 90th South. Just a little slow there. And then southbound I-15, a little slow at the South interchange. And again, slow on North 15 from the I-80-201 interchange up to 13th South. And but in between Weber and Davis County, we've got delays both directions of I-15 near 5600 South and Roy, especially northbound getting pretty dense right now. UDOT construction alert. Plan ahead for the southbound I-15 off-ramp to 2100 North, exit 282 in Lehigh to be closed tonight until Monday morning. Crews are working on utilities. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
After a few days of scattered thunderstorms across the Wasatch Front, we're now seeing temperatures back over 100 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Today, a high of 101, tomorrow, 105. Right now, it is 99 and fair. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And listen, later on in the show, in about an hour, I guess, we're going to do first world problems. This is typically how we end the week, although we had some interruptions over the last few weeks, Alex, with like you being away and me being away.
Right.
And so we had some guest co-hosts.
Right. So now we got to get refreshed on some first world problems.
Teams all back together. Yeah. So
Ethan, you had one earlier, and I don't even think you knew it.
What was it?
Brand new Spider-Man movie. Got to get caught up on all of them because I'm behind on the plot line.
I don't have enough time.
The other 17. Yeah, I don't have enough time to watch all the 14 different movies.
Alex, I'm almost 50. What am I going to do? Go back and watch all the superhero movies that I can catch every
But she was
reference?
like this. But Val told you, she goes, you could watch it and you'd still enjoy it. Which is the way that you and I, if we watched this movie, we would watch it. We'd go in and go, I like the guy with the. He had the red outfit, red and blue, and he was swinging through the city. I liked him.
Yeah, that
cool.
would
be you and I talking about that movie.
By the way, I remember what I think was the last Spider-Man movie because I told you I thought that the last one I saw was
Tobey
kind of
Maguire.
That first new one. It was that one that was like right around 2001 because
Sheesh,
I remember they had to redo the promotions because early promotions featured the World Trade Center. And they had to go through and pull it all out.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy who played the boss, right, at the Daily Daily
Yeah, it's
Bugle, the Springfield shopper.
It's the guy. It's the guy.
He does the insurance ads.
The
now.
Liberty Bibbity commercials.
No.
But I know what you're talking about. Progressive.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, I mean, he's
guy.
He's much more well known for other things, but
way better known for the insurance. For sure.
you probably get way better paid with the insurance than he is with that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of all the different Spider-Man characters. There's a lot of them. I don't even know
all
how
the various Spider-Men.
Well, no, I just don't know. Like, I can't even. There's a whole universe that you and I are so far behind on, and I'm okay with it.
Hey, our next segment, can we do this as a morality police?
Well, I wanted to, before we get into it, I was going to tell you real quickly that I embarked on a food journey today.
Oh, tell me.
As you almost reached just as a.
I know. I reflexively, I have a protein bar in my pocket.
Pocket protein bar.
But I can't eat it on the air.
Alex said food. I better eat. So you're on that journey, and this was actually a protein. I've never had, and I would just suggest this to you because I think the macros are probably pretty good.
Okay.
And I don't know if I've ever had one. I'd have to double check. I don't know if. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
The suspense is killing me.
I know. A chili cheeseburger. I mean, a chili cheese dog.
A chili cheese dog.
Chili cheese hot dog.
Great macros.
Yeah, from gosh, am I pronouncing this correctly? Savannah Lavon.
Seven-Levant.
7-Levant.
Seven-Levant.
I absolutely, my fat guy confession to you is I've been so good lately, and then today I had a freaking chili cheese dog off of the rollers at 7-Eleven.
How amazing was it?
I might have to do this once a day now. Because I don't feel
sick. Cheese too?
Well, yeah, it's a chili cheese dog.
Yeah.
I had to.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the requirements. The guy said, don't you dare. Don't pick that up if you're not going to put chili and cheese on it.
I'm not selling it to you, just chili.
I said, okay. So I did it. So I had a chili cheese dog today, and I don't feel nearly as bad as I thought I would. Listen, that cookie we ate in the week, it ruined me the entire week.
Yeah.
The chili cheese dog actually refreshed me.
You're doing well, you know why? It's all that protein.
All that protein.
But listen to this. Listen to this, though.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that hot dog,
I wrapped it in lettuce. No, that's a lie.
That hot dog, a lot of protein. That chili, tons of protein.
Oh, it's all it is. I think it's protein chili.
It's meat and beans.
And then the cheese?
Protein. Traditionally.
Yeah. I love how the chili and the hot dog were the protein-packed ones, and you with the cheese suddenly got all.
Well, it's because, look, I love 7-Eleven cheese as much as the next guy, but, I mean, it is a...
Yeah, it's drinkable.
I'm just not sure.
If you can drink it. Yeah. It was the scene of the crime where...
I think it has whey in it. Don't they usually have whey in them?
Well, that's okay. But that was the scene of the crime, the Third West 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, yeah.
Down here in Salt Lake City is the scene of the crime where a guy opened a full-size bag of Doritos one night at like midnight when I was going home, and he just went over to the cheese machine and went, ying, 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 ying. And the guy's like, don't stop it! He's like, it's just free cheese with a purchase. This guy's buying a Dorito bag. He fills the entire thing with freaking cheese and chili and walked out. Oh. And we just all stood there, and I almost wanted to clap for the guy if it weren't for all the stealing, because he stole it. He definitely stole the bag of Doritos.
I love that. I love that the clerk would get so mad.
Stop it! I was like this, and he looked at me like what am I going to do, tackle a guy? No.
Well, look, if I'm working at the Third West Sev, if I'm the overnight shift of the Third West Sev, people are going to get away with whatever.
Let it happen.
Like,
you got to let it happen.
I got a family.
Oh, for sure.
There's a limit to what I'm gonna.
I got a family.
To what I'm gonna do to defend.
First world problem. This bag of free chili and cheese that I got with my Doritos, way too heavy, and I don't have anywhere to put it in the car. That's probably what that guy was thinking. All right, 57500 for your first world problems. By the way,
we've got some clarification. John texted in and said that that dude is doing the Farmers Insurance commercial.
Oh, that's right.
And then we had someone else text in. I'm sure Farmers Insurance is thrilled to know that paying J.K. Simmons for their ads is working so well for Progressive.
See, I love it. You know what I love is that we weren't totally run down by corporate America, man.
But everyone knew who we were talking about.
I know. J.K. Simmons, he's been in all the things.
Do we have a time for a 2-minute morality?
We do
police
have a
here?
time for a 2-minute morality police. So let's do it right now. If it'll actually play for me. Hold on, stand by. Now we'll do it.
Navigating the thin blue line between right and wrong. Ethan and Alex are the morality police.
All right, a new trend, new controversial trend. This was first noticed in a rental listing in Walnut Creek, California, charging $3,250 a month for an apartment with utilities and internet included. But if you are a remote worker, if you work from home, then they add on a $200 monthly fee for all remote workers. Now, property groups say that this kind of fee, which apparently is starting to kind of be around, it's starting to kind of appear around. I don't know if we have any of these in Salt Lake. But they say that adding a $200 monthly fee is kind of like a utility and resource recovery cost, because they say that home workers, work from home people, they use more electricity, they use more water, and they use more internet during daytime hours. So they want
By the way,
more money.
Okay, so it's a $200 a month work from home fee.
Yeah.
This is insane. Now, what if they were just at home, by the way? What if they were just at home? What if they're just at home because, hey, they're paying the rent?
Or what if they're retired and they're home all day?
Okay.
I double dog dare them to charge a $200, you're retired, so we're charging you more money fee. I double dog dare them to do that.
The idea of, but you're home at your house more than I want you to be. You know what I mean? Kind of a vibe. Like,
it's really weird that they would take an interest in that.
You guys are you're staying at your house too much. I'm gonna have to charge you.
It's completely inappropriate. Now, what I would do though is if you get stuck in a situation where your landlord wants to charge you a work from home fee, pass that on to your boss. Say, hey, look, I got this $200 work from home fee. I think that's a cost that the company should.
Imagine the conversations you have with the boss when you sit down and it's a brand new job and you go, I like the offer that you gave me, but I'm going to be working from home, and obviously I'm going to be paying a lot more money from working from home. They'd be like, well, why?
$200 work from home fee.
The internet it'll slow down. They'll limit the internet if I don't pay the $200. We were just talking about how great working from home is yesterday. I do wish that there was some version of the thing that I get jealous of when people work at home is when they go, yeah, man, okay, all right, well, I'll talk to you after that meeting on Monday. Have a great weekend. All right, see ya. Boom, click off, and then they go, I'm already home. Zero. Yeah. That non-commute is crazy.
See, I see it differently though. So if I'm working from home and I have that Zoom meeting and then I click off and I go, I'm still at work. Because you're at home, but you are still at work.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. The blurred line.
I would not be able to do it.
I actually do appreciate, I listen to my podcast on the way home. You know what I mean? I listen to the replay of Brightside on the way home. What am I going to do with myself?
You listen to the two of us on the way home?
Absolutely not. I can't listen to my own dumb voice. You know how that is.
I honestly don't think I'd be successful in a work from home situation. I prefer to have the separation. Now, some people love it. Many people love it. But I will say this, that landlords charging a $200 monthly fee or whatever it is, apparently it's typically between $200 to $300 what they're seeing for work from home fee. I think that is inappropriate, especially with where rents are right now. The rents are so high, not because it's so expensive, so much more expensive to operate an apartment building today than before. The rents are high because they can raise the price and they can enjoy fatter margins, which I get. That's how the world works.
Yeah.
But then pretending that they can't make this work unless they also do $200 a month because you work from home.
Yeah, ridiculous.
To me, that is not correct. Also, a $3,250 a month rent for one apartment. Apparently in Walnut Creek, California, that's a reasonable deal, but which is kind of where this started. There was one listing in California that kind of sparked this whole thing off, but $3,250 a month for rent, that's too much.
All right.
And then to tack on a $200 monthly fee on top of that, at that point, I feel like you are being a bad landlord.
But if the landlord goes, you're home way more than I thought you'd be.
Your lights were on for like 3 hours today.
I mean, when you were home today, I couldn't go into your apartment without you knowing about it when I normally like to. This is so weird.
I saw your car sit in the parking lot
Ethan,
all day long. It didn't move at all.
You remember we were talking about the Karelian bear dogs? We're watching a thing on CNN right now. CNN, of course, like a week and a half late on this.
CNN's finally covering our story?
You and I broke the Karelian bear Lake Tahoe story. But they have a dog trainer on there. That dog will murder a bear. I love that thing. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We have, guess what, right on the corner. Again, we're asking for all of your first world problems, 57500 on a Friday. We're going to get through a lot of those, but we've got tons to jump into around the corner. It's a Friday, so we're trying to have as much fun as possible. Stay right here. It's KSL Brightside.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Are you a local business tired of juggling deliveries, managing drivers, or sending valuable employees across town? There's a better way. Pigeon Ship. For more than 10 years, Pigeon Ship has provided fast, reliable, same-day and next-day delivery services for businesses throughout Utah. Whether you need a few deliveries a day or hundreds, Pigeon Ship has the network, technology, and experience to get it done on time. Auto parts, plumbing supplies, electrical components, pharmacy deliveries, and more. Utah's most successful businesses trust Pigeon Ship to keep their operations moving. Stop the stress of hiring drivers. Stop pulling employees away from their real jobs. And stop worrying about whether your deliveries will arrive on time. Join the thousands of businesses that rely on Pigeon Ship every day for dependable local delivery solutions. Visit pigeonship.com today to schedule a call and see how quickly Pigeon Ship can streamline your delivery operations. Pigeon Ship. Avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. That's pigeonship.com. Pigeonship.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or back problems, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And how about working more comfortably, like Dennis?
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it, but I didn't have a choice. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. I could do my job and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's gonna be positive.
You deserve a better life too. Stop in the Good Feet store today. We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Curie. We got a text during the break, 57500. It says, "Thanks, guys. I'm now enjoying a chili cheese dog from Maverick." So we started a movement, chili cheese dogs for lunch today.
I told you, because the macros are good.
Should we have? So we've got a meeting with Cheryl after this. Should we have her order up some for us from the
Could you imagine, Caitlin? We've got that meeting with Cheryl. Do you think that if we said, no, I think Crown Burger, no.
7-Eleven?
Oh, do they deliver? And then I'm over here going, I know they deliver.
DoorDash.
Somebody actually texted and said, that's not stealing. That's filling a bag of corn chips with free Cheese Whiz. It's a normal thing. Try it once. Just try it once. You have to do it.
All right, Alex, we're going to do a KSL Brightside Travel Club segment here.
Is that what we do? Oh, it's
Vacation Club.
Vacation Club.
Are you ready?
I was like looking around for Travel Club. I was like, do we do that?
Sure, you could get a free night stay, but you have to stay for the whole presentation. Ethan and Alex want you to join the KSL Brightside Vacation Club.
Airbnb changed a lot about how we travel. Now we are as likely to stay in an apartment in a neighborhood as we are to stay in a hotel in a tourist center. And there have been a lot of cool experiences that you might have there, but a lot of people that are working in travel are starting to say, hey, you know what? This actually is not a great way to do it for a couple of reasons. Number one, staying as a tourist, staying in the tourist areas is actually more efficient over the long run. You're going to be able to see more, do more. It's also safer, and you have more direct access to English-speaking services, emergency services, tourism support, things like that, than if you are off in a neighborhood somewhere.
Well, and that
which honestly made some sense to me.
It did to me too, because and you strike me as the type that goes, I don't want to just go now, like, because you've gone back to Romania how many times? 5, 8 times? I don't know.
Keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because at one point too, I mean, Eastern Europe is kind of your second place.
It is my place, and so when I go, I've spent a ton of time there, and so I do feel like I have.
Yeah, you know where you're going, and so you also
Yes.
go, I'm staying in this neighborhood because it's closer for the things that I want to do while I'm there. And you can get away with it because you're also fluent in the language and blah, blah, blah.
And it's the kind of experience that I want to have. But
this article was interesting because the guy goes, I travel for a living. I'm out of my house. I thought this was bonkers. He's on the road 350 days a year.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's actually, you're not on the road. You're home 350 days of the year. You're on the road 15 days in California or wherever you actually quote unquote live. And he was like, yeah, for years my thing was I'm going to tuck in to that nook, that like alley apartment.
Yeah,
you know, and there's an old lady, hitting the rug out in the alley because she lives there. She's been doing this for generations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She probably makes gnocchi. Do you make gnocchi? And then they throw something at you. And his whole thing was, he's like, I felt he was in Lisbon, I think, and he goes, I felt sheepish when I heard a neighbor yelling at the owner of the apartment, like, another one of your stupid tourists rolling up with their dumb roller suitcases
on the cobblestone, making all that noise in the middle of the night.
Thanks a lot, dude. And this poor guy who's just trying to make a living having an Airbnb in probably was the neighborhood of his parents or something.
Yeah.
Instead is ruining it for all the neighbors. And then he's like, I realized I'm never going to be a native. I'm never going to be the native. And it was just like, hey. And he brought up like swinging back toward embracing the idea of you're a tourist.
Be a tourist.
Why don't you be a tourist? For all the same reasons you listed, but also for the reason of being like, hey, it's not bad to stay at a nice at this hotel over here. And you might save a few bucks to stay at the Airbnb, but let's say the cost is the exact same for you.
But then they make you clean it. And that's the annoying thing about Airbnb. But Alex, I will tell you.
Well, they make you pay to clean it. Meaning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, you do both.
Plus, you have to put the sheets at the bottom of the bottom of the bed, and then get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
It's 11 a.m. Leave now.
Yeah, that's right. And so I'll tell you one place though where I will always
try to
stay in the tourist areas.
Oh.
And that is Hawaii. We were in Hawaii. This was several years ago, and we went to a small restaurant that was highly regarded, but it was not a tourist area. It was a locals area, and we were very poorly treated.
Oh, because you're not one of them, man.
We were poorly treated, and we had dollars. We had dollar bills just like everyone else. And when we were in Hawaii,
it is America.
When we were in Hawaii, when we left the tourist place, we were badly treated by the locals, by the local business.
I'm sure there are people. There are people who boo. Like in Italy, they boo tourists.
And
they do all sorts of stuff.
At that point, I was like, all right, now I know. When I'm in Hawaii, I stay in the tourist areas because that's where I'll be treated well. And if I leave the tourist areas, I will be treated poorly. That's what I remember from Hawaii. And so I see some value to this guy's, to this guy's case.
And he's not just a world traveler. That's what he does for his job. He's a travel, reporter. And he was like, look, I've gone back to. I'm not going to try to pretend anymore. I'm not this guy who goes, oh, I know all the best neighborhoods in Barcelona. It's like, no, dude, stay at Marriott, okay, and figure it out. If you get the area, if you know the area better, if you speak the language, fine. But don't just do it and then just ruin everybody else's vibe. They're like, just go back into town, man. Like, you'll enjoy it there. You're ruining our vibe here. Yeah. Oh, wow, is that a croissant? We'll be back more. KSL Brightside continues.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. An apartment fire in Midvale filled the valley air with smoke today as flames tore through the 4-story building. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has the story.
Crews were first alerted to the fire at the Union North apartment building on 9th East at around 7:30 this morning, with smoke coming out of the complex's trash chute. By noon, the roof was gone and flames poured from windows and balconies while residents watched, horrified. Nate Cochran from Unified Fire Department said crews had to be pulled from the building and that it's no longer a matter of stopping the fire from claiming the building, but to stop it from spreading to the rest of the complex.
About 200 people were displaced by the fire, according to the Red Cross. Police say they raided a Layton resident's home today because they were raising roosters for fighting. The police department says they worked with animal control to serve a search warrant for the home near 900 East Antelope Drive. Officials tell us that while the roosters were being used for fighting, the fights were not actually happening on the property. As of right now, no one is in police custody. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The FBI is investigating a series of cyber attacks targeting dozens of water plants in Minnesota. Here's ABC's Christian Cordero reporting.
There are at least 7 states that have reported similar activity, Wisconsin being another one of them. We don't have the details as far as how widespread this is, but, when you start hearing of this trend, then it becomes a little bit complicated on how to parse through what are legitimate reports that are consistent with these exact findings versus ones that may seem consistent on the surface, but when you really dig deeper, it may be something else, even a technical glitch, for example.
Multiple U.S. officials say preliminary findings suggest Iran may have been behind the attacks. Your money at this moment, the Dow is closing just about now. It's closing up 277 points. And coming up, it's a hot and dry weekend ahead of us. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Nate Orchard here. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. A lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100, or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
Did you know Utah State University is home to one of the nation's leading centers for disability research and advocacy? At the Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice, we work side by side with Utahns with disabilities, their families, and community partners to make our state more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Our researchers, educators, and advocates partner with family service providers and policymakers to create real, lasting change. We believe that everyone deserves a chance to live, learn, work, and play in our communities. From helping children reach their potential in early intervention programs, to building accessible technologies, to improving mental health and employment supports, our work touches every corner of the state. The Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice is the only disability-focused research center in the state of Utah. That means we're Utah's home for innovation, data-driven policy, and community solutions that make life better for people with disabilities. Find us at idrpp.usu.edu.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet, and the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
15 northbound I-15. We are seeing a crash just before Bangor Highway. They're in the right shoulder there, causing some delays starting at 146 South. Otherwise, I-15 at 90th South, where the crash was earlier, has completely cleared up. It's still slow, though, from 5300 South up to 4500 South, and then again approaching 13th South. And then in between Weber and Davis counties, I-15 seeing some issues in the construction zone in Roy. Northbound slow from about 5600 South up to just about I-84's interchange. Southbound I-15 also a little slow there. That's due to a crash on the northbound side that is actually driven away only moments ago, so hopefully they start to clear out. Seeing cracked, curling, or missing shingles on your roof? Don't wait. Save big during S&S Roofing's huge summer sale. From a small repair to a full replacement, SNSRoofingUtah.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Temperatures could get up to 101 today with a high of 105 forecasted tomorrow. Looks like the scattered thunderstorms we've been seeing this week are over. Mostly sunny today and clear skies expected tomorrow. Right now it is 99 and fair. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Out-of-staters like to talk about us, but I think they want to move here.
And Alex Curie.
Ethan, they hate us because they ain't us.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL News Radio. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Curie. And listen, we would like you to... let's see, what's the word I'm looking? Text 57500. We would like for you to text in your first world problems. It's Friday, and this is when we sit down and we commiserate about the week that we've had. This has been for the most part a tradition for the show since we started. Got interrupted for a couple of weeks because either you or I were away the last couple of Fridays. Right. But now team's all back together. Caitlin's here. We got Alex now behind the board. Corey was there a little bit ago. So anyway, what I'm saying is everyone's back together again, you know?
Right.
No one's missing. So let's do the first world problems at 57500. And if you need a refresher, these are problems that you and I have. They drive us up the wall. We need to talk about them. but we would embarrass to talk. We would be embarrassed to talk about them in front of our pioneer ancestors. They would think we were so lame.
Oh yeah,
if we did that.
That's actually good.
These are
That's
the
a good
first world
bar.
problems,
Yeah,
so.
it's a good bar. Like I said, I had to wear a blanket during part of last hour because the studio is too cold.
It was too cold.
Now, of course, we are hitting record temperatures again today, triple digits, and so here we are. But that's what I'm feeling right now. Is like I wore a short sleeve polo today into the studio. That's not going to get it done from a cooling standpoint. Here's one that just got sent. It says, I like to watch foreign movies and read the subtitles, but that means I have to pay attention to the movie and can't just play games on my phone while watching.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very 2026 issue.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I have this huge screen, but I want to watch this tiny screen. What can I do to make sure that I can focus on this tiny screen in my hand?
All right. We are joined in studio by one of our great colleagues from the newsroom, Cameron Elliott. You've been helping with the KSL coverage today of this terrible apartment fire down in Midvale.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 200 people displaced. And last we heard, that apartment building is still on fire.
Yeah, I got off the phone a little bit ago with KSL TV's Daniel Woodruff, and he confirmed for me what we've been seeing all day, which is it's still very much an active situation. It has been since nearly 7:30 this morning.
Wow.
That puts us at what? I'm terrible at math.
Yeah, it's a good 7 hours. Yeah,
7 hours of continuous burning.
Yeah.
Well, and they say that it started. They think that it started, or officials even said that it started in the trash chute. I know that they don't know necessarily what the cause in that trash chute was that started it, but that's where the initial kind of smoke was coming from, and then all the residents sort of corroborated it, or what?
Yeah, well, a lot of them said that like the smoke was coming from the trash chute. They don't know necessarily if it started in there, but that's certainly where a lot of the smoke was coming from to begin with. I was talking to one of the residents who said that he wasn't even in the same building as the fire, and that it was still coming through the trash chute into his building.
Oh, okay.
As part of the complex.
That might help us do the math, or at least something wherever it ends up at the very bottom of the building.
So it's possible then that it did not start in the garbage, but the garbage chutes were kind of the conduit for the smoke.
Yeah, well, and that's the super curious thing is I was talking to the PIO from Unified Fire, and the shocking thing is what he says is apartment fires are particularly hard to fight because something exactly like this can happen. You have fire or you have smoke being put to the rest of the building through something like a trash chute, and so when fire crews run in on the first try, they run to somewhere completely different than the fire actually starts. He says it's a manhunt because by the time you're at the other end of the building where you saw some smoke, the fire is actually on the other side of the building and it's spreading. It's still going.
And this building, I know this because I live not far from here, and I live and work not in that area. So Fort Union is kind of my neighborhood, and I watched this building get built, and it is solid wood. Which is good for earthquakes, right? There's a lot of flexibility and things like that is good for earthquakes. But I imagine a building like that, which is just basically 2x4s and fiberboard, has got to be a nightmare once you get in there trying to fight it.
Yeah, and most certainly through kind of the middling stages of this whole thing, it was really shocking, I'll tell you, when I was standing there, because I got there 9:30 in the morning. And by the time that noon had rolled around, I was still there, and what started as some smoke and flames coming from the roof ended in there's no longer a roof.
Right.
And I think particularly with the building materials in this case, and I'm no fire expert, so take this with a grain of salt, but you can see that it falls off of itself so quickly because one thing burns and then another thing burns and then all that's holding it up is just like a couple of pieces of siding.
Gets compromised and then boom,
it starts to come down, which exposes more surface area to the fire. And,
exactly.
It was. I had a chance to see this fire because I drove past it on my way into Teton this morning, and so I stopped. I pulled over and kind of watched it for a little bit, and it was just amazing how much that fire developed. Because when I first saw it, I thought, oh yeah, okay, it's on fire, but you can see the fire crews are there. Looks like they got it pretty much under control, and then all of a sudden, it was obviously that no part of that was under control.
Yeah, well, things like this, they develop super quickly. I think that you wouldn't have been wrong to think that. I was talking to my producer, Randall, when the fire first started, we saw the smoke. We had the thing on the scanner, and we were debating even, covering it for right then because we have. I mean, stuff like this happens all the time. A little fire starts in somebody's kitchen or on somebody's patio.
Some smoke is coming out of the top of a building there, but, they get it under control, and then suddenly by the time you guys get there, they go, there's actually nothing really going on.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know.
It happened to me 3 months ago. Fire in an apartment under construction in Bluffdale. By the time I had gotten there, they were like, yeah, well, technically it's still going, but we've got it into a little area, and it's not really causing all that much damage. But this time, I get there, and it's not much going on. I'm talking to people. I'm saying, hey, what's going on? You just got evacuated. How do you feel? And by the time that I leave, it's mayhem. You know?
Life-changing for all these people.
Absolutely life-changing.
So what did you hear from these residents?
So
at least 200 of them evacuated and are displaced for now. The Red Cross is helping out.
Yeah. It started at 7:30 on a Friday, so a lot of these people were at work. A lot of people were there were still a fair number of people who were at home, and it was talking to these people. You get asked a lot, like, oh, if there was a fire, what are you going to do? Are you gonna leave? Are you going to take your pets? Are you going to take your wife and kids? And these people had to face that. They had to look it in the face. And I asked one guy. He was standing outside of the apartment, just fixated and watching on. And I asked him what happened. I asked him how he heard and what he took when he left. And he said, listen, I left. I asked them if I could grab a bag, and they said no, and I charged back in anyways. I grabbed my bag, I grabbed my dog, I grabbed my wife, and I left. And then he told me he charged into a different apartment to get a guy's cats from under his bed. So a lot of respect to that.
There's probably
that fellow.
a lot of stories that are in that same. And
I didn't think about that, but if you had a lot of people at work, you're gonna have a lot of unaccompanied pets.
Yeah, and that might be some of the stories that we're gonna end up hearing. Is some of the and. So there's been no talk of whether or not there's been human life that was in danger still, or is that still something that they aren't totally sure about?
It's very vague at the moment. There is no confirmed yes or no on human injuries. It's just right now, what they're focusing on is getting this fire contained.
Yeah.
Getting this fire, stopping it from spreading to other buildings. Because at first it was about, we need to stop the fire on this floor or in this trash chute. And then it turned into, we need to stop this from burning down other buildings.
Right.
Yeah. It was, I was so shocked at how quickly, all of a sudden the whole building was going. It seemed like it was kind of confined. There wasn't even a huge amount of smoke when I first pulled up, and then all of a sudden it was just.
You were across the street, Ethan. Could you feel the heat at all from where you were at?
I was well away. Yeah, I was.
But you were on the track out there, Cam, out on the Hillcrest High School.
You came back to the newsroom smelling like smoke.
Yeah,
so
we didn't want to say it, but
you stink. You kind of stink.
Yeah, that's baseline. No, I was standing across the street, like kind of kitty corner to the corner of the building, and there was at one point a huge piece of flaming siding flopped down off the top of the building, and I was standing there with Kai, one of the cameramen for the TV, and it was hot. We felt it. We had that.
Sure.
And the air, it was really shocking because at first it was super hot out. It's been hot out all day, and we were watching this water splash down, and we were like, can we get some of that? And then eventually the air was like dewy with how much water.
Oh yeah, high humidity probably in those situations. So hot and muggy and just that's
which
kind
is
of
just
a weird
making
vibe.
the smoke stick to you.
Yeah.
It was. But I'll tell you something. Like seeing something like that in person is almost unspeakable. It's something that you only ever see on television or in movies or on the news. And standing right in front of that and being surrounded by people whose lives have just changed potentially forever, it's one of the most affecting experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
Standing with those people. Because, there were people, I talked to a lot of people, but there were a lot of people who didn't want to talk. There were people who were inconsolable, who were standing there on the street.
Yeah.
Because at one point I asked a woman about her situation, and she said, well, you're looking at it. She pointed to her balcony, and it's the windows are shattered. There's water pouring out. You can see the sky through her terrace window, which means the roof is gone. And it's just like it's an unspeakable nightmare for all of these people, and my heart really goes out to them.
Yeah, gosh, that's terrible. We got a text here at 57500. This person says, "I just drove by. It's still burning and so smoky."
Yeah.
So, Well, I guess I know you've got another update. You said about 3:30 is when they said they had another scheduled update.
Yeah, the fire officials are going to give the official update at 3:30. I mean, honestly, if you're looking for a quick update, walk outside, and if you're in Salt Lake City, look south, and you'll see it. There is a huge pyre of smoke.
Yeah. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio Zone, been doing an awesome job. Been here at the office, and they're on scene at the fire for almost 12 hours today. So,
what would you take, Alex?
We've talked about this before, and I just I don't care about. I know I just don't care about anything more than just the people that I love. That's it. I've decided. I know you've got your special books that you'd push people over for and grab your books on the way out.
I'd push some people over.
Yeah. Me. For sure.
Depends on the day.
But, like, honestly, I mean, you heard the guy who went back in and goes, I'm grabbing, like, you just grab your family.
Cats.
Yeah.
Grab your family, your wife, and then you go, you know what? I think I could grab these pets. I think that every person who owns a home or
I think
an apartment,
most of us would apply some risk to recovering a live animal.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so then I think for me, there's nothing that's that interesting in my life that's in the house that I would want to try to risk.
Yeah, everything else I can. Yeah, I can. I mean, I guess. And we do this, and a lot of people have this, like important documentations. Passports, birth certificates are in a place that's easy to grab, right? So I guess I would grab that binder.
Sure.
But honestly, that's kind of it. Everything else, we bought it all at Target anyway.
So you go back and get more.
You gotta go back.
Cam, sorry, you were going to say one.
No, I was going to say, I was talking to this guy, and I think the only reason that people didn't grab more is because the police and the fire crews had stopped them. They were standing at the doors, and they said,
not allowed.
You cannot go back in.
Yeah. Well, and just look at what happened to that building. You can tell why they did not want to entertain any dallying. That's this is a significant threat, and those firefighters and police officers obviously they could see it that early that they were on borrowed time. They needed to get everyone out because I think they must have known what was going to happen to this building.
Cam, awesome job as usual. Like I said,
well
long
done.
day for you, so we appreciate you jumping in and doing another interview for today. So there you go, Cam Elliott, KSL News Radio. We'll see you next week, and we've got more around the corner here. We've got our first world problems coming in 57500. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a lot more to be able to cover. And on a Friday, this is one of those times where we look and say, hey, when it comes down to your home, I know on my way home I've got a list of things I'm supposed to be buying at the grocery store. Are we throwing away food too soon? This is a question that we have at my house all the time. Sometimes I err on the side of, just get rid of it. And then sometimes I err on the side of, I think we could get away with it. But what are experts saying? Stay right here. More to go. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need a new water heater, you need it right now.
Yep, can't wait on that.
When you need a new furnace or a new air conditioner come the summertime, you need it right now. So Superior Water and Air has a wonderful program where they can help you with financing. If you need it, get it today and pay it off when you get your tax refund or just over time.
And that's one of the great things is they have multiple financing options. It's not just one, okay, you've got to do it this way. It's, you can wait till just after your tax refund. Well, what if you need no payments until later in the year?
Yeah.
They can work with you like that because, look, they want to help you get you back on your feet with the thing that doesn't work that you got to use.
Yeah.
And they'll just work with your situation. What a great way to do it.
I loved introducing you to my friends at Superior because they're just great people. And when you invite somebody into your home, you want to feel good about them.
Yeah, and they're so customer-centric. That was what really impressed me was they wanted to work with me and my family, whatever needs we might have.
Right. They want your home to be safe and clean. Superior Water and Air. Here's the number, 801-872-8483, or go to superiorwaterandair.com.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
On Thursday, August 13th, the Orrin G. Hatch Foundation will honor United States Senator John Barrasso with the Titan of Public Service Award at the Grand America Hotel in Salt Lake City. Enjoy an unforgettable evening celebrating distinguished public service, featuring an exclusive conversation with Senator Barrasso and a special performance by renowned pianist Steven Nelson. Seats are limited, so reserve your tickets today at OrrinHatchFoundation.org. That's ORRIN Hatchfoundation.org.
Pack a picnic, bring your friends, and meet us in Park City. It's time for the 2026 Deer Valley Music Festival, the summer home of the Utah Symphony. Hear joyful masterworks like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in the Wasatch Mountains. Sing your heart out with iconic performers like Idina Menzel and Lyle Lovett. Relax with concerts under the stars and make new family traditions. Every concert is a chance to experience the best of the Utah Symphony in the beauty of Park City. Concerts will sell out. Get your tickets and plan your visit at DeerValleyMusicFestival.org.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for tuning in today on a Friday. And what a crazy day for news. So, and especially in the center of the valley, because let me tell you what happened kind of simultaneously this morning.
So we had the apartment fire.
We had the apartment fire, which I drove past on the way, into work. And then when I was going from Teton to come to KSL, I go to get on the freeway, and the on-ramp's blocked. Because apparently there were like 1,000 crashes through the middle of the valley on I-15. They just stopped letting people onto I-15 through Midvale and that northern part of Sandy. They were just like, no one else is getting on here. It was crazy. I had to loop all the way around and kind of find an alternate route. And it's fine I got there, but if you got stuck in that today on northbound I-15, kind of through the middle of the valley, I just want to say I feel bad for you, man. Because it just looked terrible.
Ethan did this thing, though, where he was like, I knew how to get through it because I know the area pretty well.
Well, I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but
I took the 405 to the 310 and I went over at La Sanita. What are you doing here? I did have a moment.
I'll tell you what
yesterday.
I looped around. So I looped around that south interchange, and then I got off at 7200. I hung a left there, and then I'll tell you where I came up. I came up on that road that runs along next to the Trax line down to the hospital. And that's how I got in there. So I rode that Trax line. Line down to Winchester.
Tell me all the roads you took.
And then I looped. And then once I got to the hospital, I made that hard right. Came back around on 53rd, and I was home free. And what was amazing is once I got on I-15, because they had everyone backed up, I-15 was wide open.
So is that the Murray Costco? Is that your second Costco you go to?
No, that's the one we go to.
That's the one you go to the most.
Yeah, but
if I would have been that close to the 53rd South Costco. It would have been
just stopped there.
It would have been hot dog time. I already had hot dog time once today. This could be hot. Hey,
that Costco is the one we go to most frequently because it's the closest. But like I said, sometimes you need cubed goat meat, so you go to the one on 21st.
Cubed goat meat. Well, they have the full lamb carcass. You don't need to go cubed anything.
The 21st. If you've never been to the 21st South Well, it's not even 21st South. It's like 17th or 18th South. But
It's the Home Depot Costco.
The one behind Home Depot, right? That one is so amazing. It is like the United Nations in there.
It's great.
It is people from every corner of the world, and
they demanded some food items there, and they're getting them.
And it's like
great.
you walk through, you're like, gosh, am I in Salt Lake? Do we have this many different kinds of people that live here?
When you go into the dairy section too, it's not like the other Costco dairy sections you're in. You might die from frostbite by the time you get to the other end of it.
Yeah.
And I would suggest that you take a break by going all the way to the one end of it, because it's the only one I know that has 2 entrances.
Go out, catch your breath, come back.
Okay, I'm going back in. Now, they do have coats. They have coats hanging on the outside of it. Have you seen those? That's how big the frozen...
I just assumed that those were employees' coats. And
No, they are not. They are shared.
For shoppers?
Yes. I don't know. I've been putting them on.
You've been using
You guys cold too? Then somebody comes up and goes, "Where's the whipped cream?" I go, "Get out of here,
sir. You're wearing my jacket."
It says Craig on it. All right, Millard. Before we get out to the news, traffic, and weather here, I did want to mention we do have a new sponsor on the program, and that was crazy because it only took a day, and they jumped on as a sponsor of the show because
of something I said.
That you said something yesterday, and I think they were just trying to bring some education to the idea. Ethan, of course, got on his high horse about a topic yesterday, and then I am driving in today, and I heard during Utah's morning news this ad, and I thought, oh, man, I guess they're already trying to go back at it. So take a listen. This is the fruits of Ethan's complaints yesterday.
Hey, Utah, Mike here from Mike's Loose Gravel and Rock Trucking Company. Serving Utah since 1989 with the best and most guaranteed loose gravel and small mid-size rocks in the industry. Just a friendly reminder that Mike's Loose Gravel Trucking Company isn't responsible for rock chips on your personal vehicle. When our drivers hit the road with their uncovered loads, we can't be expected to know where these rocks are headed. It's impossible to know what a rock is going to do or to track them. Some of our rocks, gravels, pebbles, or any other loose material loaded up on our signature undersized truck beds are more than 1 billion years old. You tell me you want to sue Mike for 1 billion-year-old creation of God in its natural state, while gravity, another natural law, does its thing? If anything, it's your overseas, probably terrorist-built foreign windshield getting in the way of the work of the Almighty. You want to sue your creator? Go right ahead. In the meantime, just a reminder that you're required to stay back 1/2 mile from Mike's Loose Gravel trucks. From all of us at Mike's Loose Gravel and Rock Shipping, we want your business, but we don't need your liberal lawsuits.
Well, you know, he makes a good point.
Next time you want to make that French drain, I guess.
He makes a good point about the possible terrorist nexus with windshields.
You probably didn't know that's a dark corner of the world where they make all the windshields for
it's underreported
for Ethan's cars.
I think we need to take a closer look at that.
I love the idea of like, hey, we go out with our uncovered loads of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Watch
Stay
out!
1/2 mile back.
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do with these rocks? All right, you can't do anything with these. These rocks were here way before you were. So if your windshield gets in the way, that's your problem.
Look, once we're on the freeway, there's nothing we can do.
Can't sue
nothing
me.
we can do.
Can't sue me. All right.
Do you remember back in the day of the global war on terror?
I do remember it. Yes.
Do you remember all the hand wringing we did over terrorism, finance,
terrorism
oil,
backed
and gas?
anything? Oh yeah.
And so, and in fact, that is. I remember I started buying gas at a specific gas station.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Because it was on the verified list of this is domestic oil, domestic gas, wherever it came from. It didn't come from any terrorists,
right.
You know. And I was like, okay, well, I can do that.
Was it Steve's gas barn? All right. We'll take a
stuff we got up in our heads.
I know. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. That goes along the lines of us leaving our groceries out on the front porch during COVID because that got rid of all them germs. Hey, leave it outside for a few minutes. I know,
especially the dairy.
The milk is getting warm, but you're going to be safe. All right, news, traffic, and weather right now. We'll come back. We have more. Our first world problems are coming up next right here. It is KSL Brightside.
It's 2:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Reagan Edelman. KSL's top local story this hour. The Bureau of Reclamation has released a new 10-year framework on how to divvy up water from the Colorado River. But some states are still unhappy as the disagreements between upper and lower basin states continues. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson explains.
The current Colorado River Compact was made when there were inflows of about 18 million acre feet. But the states need to renegotiate how to appropriate the water because not only is that compact expiring at the end of the year, but the inflows at Lake Powell this year were estimated to be only about 3.5 million acre feet. So in the new framework released by the feds because of a lack of agreement among the states, Arizona, California, and Nevada are being asked to cut a combined 20% of their water use, or as much as 3 million acre feet. But the upper basin states, which includes Utah, are being asked to voluntarily cut 200,000 acre feet.
The Colorado River Authority of Utah notes that our cuts are made more by Mother Nature than the government. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The Pima County Sheriff's Department has released the full contents of 2 ransom notes sent to Tucson television station regarding the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. News Nation's Connell McShane has more.
The authorities releasing the notes in hopes, someone maybe recognizes like the writing style when they have a chance to read through the full note. There was one note that indicated that Nancy had died. But again, I think the point maybe perhaps in getting this out is to say, will someone see something? Will someone recognize something? Will someone be able to ascertain something from what's written or how it's written in the notes that leads to a breakthrough in the investigation?
It's been 6 months since the 84-year-old mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie vanished from her home. Your money at this moment, the markets are now closed and the Dow is up 276 points, sitting at 52,485 points. Coming up, we're back to the triple digits. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:34.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Hi, this is Doug Wright, and I've been a fan of Hale Center Theater from the very beginning. But there is something about this season that is just off the charts. Maybe it's due to the 3 stages now, which accommodate an amazing variety. Take, for example, showing right now on the Beehive stage, Thornton Wilder's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel and Tony Award-winning play is an absolute must-see. It's Our Town. This is a touching story focusing on 2 families in a small town, the sorrows, the joys, the reflections of lives well lived. And then, coming up, we've got Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The music, the staging, the pure fun of it makes Joseph an all-time favorite. And in mid-August, it's Moriarty. This is the time for you to lock down your tickets for all of the wonderful productions at Hale Center Theater. And all you have to do is go to hct.org.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back. To pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at triosouthodden.com.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contest. You could win a pair of tickets to Zach Bryan live at Rice-Eccles Stadium, the Guess Who Tour at the Maverick Center, Cheer on Real Salt Lake, or the Utah Royals, and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next big winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
For 250 years, America has been built by hardworking people who believe in freedom, family, and community. At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, we're proud to celebrate that legacy during our Freedom to Drive sales event. Join us as we honor our military, first responders, and the families who make Utah strong. Take advantage of special savings, great trade values, and financing opportunities across our inventory. Performance Automotive in Bountiful, 250 years of American pride, and we're just getting started.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Got some early troubles on I-15. First southbound at the South Interchange. It's a little slow there. That was due to a disabled vehicle. That's already gone, so you're hopefully seeing those clearing out before the bulk of the afternoon drive. Northbound I-15, though, seeing some very heavy delays from 5300 south up to 13th south. That's due to a crash right at the I-80-201 interchange. They're blocking a left lane there, so do be careful as you get around them. And then in between Weber and Davis counties, both directions of I-15 at 5600 south and Roy, seeing some pretty hefty traffic. That was due to a crash that's already cleared off the road, but not before those delays built up and are now probably going to last through the rest of the drive. Your favorite trip snack, but make it spicy. New fiery cheese curds from the Creamery are here. Stop in or order online, and $1 from every bag will be donated to support wildfire relief efforts. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, we get up to the triple digits today, and highs will stay there through Sunday. We're expected to get all the way up to 105 degrees tomorrow, yikes, but back to highs in the upper 90s on Monday. Right now it's 99 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Reagan Edelman from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, you don't care about gas prices. You've got an electric vehicle.
And Alex Curie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here comes my moral superiority rolling down I-15.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. Just a couple of segments left on a pretty eventful Friday. Look, everyone just needs to stay cool on the roads because there are more crashes on I-15. What is happening today?
Yeah, this is the first time today I've been excited about our meeting with our boss after our show, because then I maybe give it a
little time.
Maybe give it a little bit of a breather.
To relax.
Yeah. Because then I'll go out there. Because if we would have left and then I get into traffic and it's a Friday and it's all jammed up, but at the same time nobody wants to meet with their boss on a Friday afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you meet with your boss on a Friday afternoon, then what happens?
You let some of this clear out.
Should we have done the math on the fact that our whole show's meeting after our show on a Friday afternoon, by the way?
I don't know.
Hey,
it's not like we meet. It's not like we have a lot of meetings.
Are there empty boxes that we're supposed to be filling over there by the... Just asking for a friend.
The Friday afternoon meeting?
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
Well, because listen, who makes that meeting? Carol.
Alex, I want to share. I want to share something with you. I read about this. I thought this was really amazing.
Yeah, what do you have?
So last year, SpaceX delivered a couple of lunar landers up to the moon, right?
Oh,
and
is that where the lunar landers ended up? They didn't take them to Saturn?
You know, up there to the down to the moon. It took them down to the moon.
Yeah.
And the upper stage of the rocket is going to hit the moon next week. The rocket's upper stage abandoned in orbit.
Right.
Which some astronomical experts are saying they should have tilted it to an orbit around the sun.
Okay, so they wanted it to be so debris on the moon is a bigger deal than just debris flying out through other parts of space?
Well, the idea is that eventually it would crash into the sun and be incinerated. It would become part of the sun.
Yeah.
Now it's going to crash into the moon, which, I mean, I agree with you. It seems like the stakes
could be
are relatively
and
low.
it could be the moon that's future real estate. You don't want to get out there and when you finally buy that 3/4 of an acre lot up there on the moon,
you got an old SpaceX rocket on it.
Come on, nobody wants that. Now I will say this: I'll allow it. I'll allow the crash onto the moon. I need video.
Oh yeah, this is going to be
this
video.
is what I want. I want the video of it.
So listen to this: it's going to impact the moon at a speed of 5,400 miles per hour.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
7 times the speed of sound. Now the plume of dust and rubble.
Yeah.
Is going to be visible with telescopes.
Oh,
You'll be able to see it.
That's awesome.
And you won't be able to see like a flash or anything like that.
Right.
That's all going to be.
You might just see like a tiny bit of a crown of dust at some point.
But you'll be able to see, and then it'll be visible for some time because there's not much of an atmosphere or gravity around.
Yeah.
So
for coming back down or going back up or whatever it is that it needs to do.
This is the second time that a dead rocket has crashed into the moon. Chinese rocket dug out a pair of craters on the lunar far side in 2022.
See, and I want to see the video. I want us to learn from it. And by the way, don't say that I'll be able to see it with my telescope and then
not give you a telescope.
It's like I go through the McDonald's drive-thru, be like, "What are your toys this month?"
You got any of those telescopes?
But here's the thing: is I'm pretty cheap. So if I go on Amazon and go, "Oh, I found an Amazon telescope. Oh, it's $111. Wow, that's kind of pricey."
Delivered this afternoon,
right? And then you get it right. Then you get it at home, and then you put your eyeball on it, and then you look up at the moon, and you go, "I don't see jack squat."
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, not with that telescope. You can't see it with that telescope."
You know who we need to talk to next
Patrick
week about
Wiggins.
this? Patrick Wiggins.
Yeah.
So I read this and I thought we need to ask Patrick Wiggins about it. So it's going to impact near Einstein crater, which is somewhere on the moon. I'm not sure how to know the major landmarks of the moon.
Hey, everybody. Ethan got the story right. The lunar lander rocket is going to hit the moon.
Somewhere on the moon.
And it's somewhere on the moon. Near Einstein's crater.
Well, we're familiar enough with the Earth that if you were to say, "Oh, it's going to land, it's going to splash down,
in Florida,
near New Zealand," then you can say, "Okay, I kind of know where that is."
Yeah.
But when they say it's going to hit near Einstein crater,
is that the upper part?
It says it's the western part.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
What does that even mean?
Am I looking at when I look at the moon? Am I looking at a north, south, east, west situation totally, or are they talking about other parts of the moon?
I have no idea.
What about the dark side of the moon?
I have no idea.
All right.
So, but I think that'll be a fun thing to see and a fun thing to follow. That'll be on Wednesday. So if you like astronomy, if you like things like this, on Wednesday, I think that's what it said. Then this SpaceX rocket, it's an upper stage of a rocket that was used to take some things to the moon a year ago. That's going to then join its brothers on the moon and smash down and create something of a crater. So I wonder how big of a crater it will be. It's going to be 3 tons of TNT, equivalent energy to 3 tons of TNT, which, again, how much is that? I don't know.
6,000 pounds.
How much is 3 tons of energy? So that's how much it weighs.
I don't know.
So how much? What's the energy equivalent?
We always do this. I always hate it because they'll do the measurement of like an explosion and they'll go, it's the equivalent of 14 nuclear bombs at Nagasaki. I'm like, can we not?
Yeah. Well, this is the annoying thing about some of these things. It's going to be hit near Einstein crater. Well, where is that? It's 3 tons of TNT equivalent. Well, how much is that? I don't know. Like if you saw an explosion, would you be able to say?
Could we pull some trigger? Could we pull some strings? Not some triggers, but let's pull the trigger on let's pull some strings and then pull the trigger on this idea. Ready? Let's see if we can go out to what's it called? The cottonwood or not the copper mine. Let's go out to the mine
and see if they can show us what 3 tons of TNT looks like.
Yeah,
let's
get on Chopper 5 and we'll fly over and be like, I'm ready now. And then if they blow up 3 tons of TNT, like over in a corner they don't use anymore. Is there a corner they don't use? Is there a corner they don't use anymore? The copper mine.
They got lots of unused space out there. But this sounds like a job for the Air National Guard.
Yes, get them out there, blow some stuff up. Come on,
see it.
I want to see what it looks like.
But the ejected material could stretch for several miles into space.
Cool.
And remain visible to telescopes for a period of time. So that'll be kind of neat.
I'm gonna see if Amazon's got some telescopes.
I'm gonna text Patrick. Do you think he's up yet? It's 2:45.
Oh, that's right. No, he is kind of like usually getting around with all that. So there you go.
All right. We'll try and get Patrick on for next week.
Ethan, 57500. Why do you need to know this? Well, guess what? 57500 is going to get your first world problem text read. All right, on the program. I've got a bunch in front of me right now. This one, for example, here's a little preview of one. Going to McDonald's for a quick ice cream cone, finding out they don't have any ice cream. You've all been told the lie of the ice cream machine's broken. All right? And we've all had to go through that injustice. Imagine going through the line and then you get up there and you go, can I get the McFlurry? And they go, sorry, ice cream machine's broken. We've all been through that. That is a first world problem right there. 57500. Another Ethan, totally different person, but it's fast food ice cream. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Went to Wendy's to get a Frosty the other day, but they were out of chocolate, which, by the way, there's no other flavor in my mind.
Yeah.
When they do like the special flavors of Frosties now?
No.
No such thing.
There is
one
Frosty.
flavor of Frosty.
All right. We're going to do your first world problems next at 57500. I have one I want to bring up.
Okay.
And that is that Alex tried to turn the air conditioner off in the studio, and he turned the heater on. So during the break, we're going to rectify that.
It just got pretty warm.
I'm sweating.
I'm actually feeling pretty good.
You are?
I've been freezing the entire dang show. All right? I had to take out my K-pop Demon Hunters blanket. I did. I did. It was actually using it. All right.
saw it.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. First world problems, AI questions of the day, all to wrap things up here on a Friday on KSL Brightside.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff. But sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to cars4kids.org. That's cars with a K.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Keary, our final segment. And we're taking your first world problems at 57500. Now, you know what these are. These are the problems that drive you and me absolutely up the wall. But they're also a little bit trivial. We would be embarrassed to share them with our pioneer ancestors. That's what
That's
first
the
world
whole
problems
point.
are.
That's the whole point, right? So I'm gonna play this music here because then I'm gonna end up having to leave this seat and make way for Tim Hughes here. But it's that time of the day for us to be able to get to our first world problems, and of course that means I have to be able to find it. And here it is. So let's get this thing going. I got it right here.
Serving up a dose of perspective as Ethan and Alex read your first world problems.
All right. We got this one from Ryan earlier. His first world problem was Alex has so many fans, it takes him 8 weeks to read his fan DMs on Twitter.
This is not fair, by the way. Well, it's not about that. It's about the fact that I didn't even okay, Ethan, you'll be proud of me. I just wasn't living on.
I think that's wonderful.
I wasn't living on the social medias like you would think, and I saw one from Ryan.
I think we should all leave social media. You know my position.
The problem is that Ryan sent like a nice message, and it just looked like I was like this. Yeah, nice message. Appreciate it. I don't have time for you.
Did you reply to him finally?
No, why would I do that? No, I did. I got back to him, and I said, oh, thanks for that. But I looked at the thing, and it was basically the first day of the show. So I apologize.
I came back to work from a 10-day vacation in Scotland. Then I left work early because I had nothing to do. Should have stayed in Scotland.
Don't tell your boss that. Jeez.
Well, look, this is a cone of confidence here. So if you've got to share things that you don't want shared with anyone else, we'll keep your secrets. No problem. All right, here's another first world problem. When I have to switch trucks, my old truck, I have to turn the cruise control on before I set it. Such an irritating waste of time. You know, that bothers me too. I have that in my car where it has a little button to set the cruise control. But then you set it and it says, actually, you have to press this button first. You have to turn it on and then you set it.
No, I've done the same thing.
I agree with this texter. It's redundant. If there's already a button that says set speed, then let that be the button that turns it on. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? Corporate lawyers covering their butts, Ethan.
Nah, you know what it is. It's government. And their out of control regulations.
But I will say something about regulations, though. First world problem. We got a relatively new. We got a relatively new car last year.
Yeah.
You know me. I never buy a new car.
Right.
But it's a 2025.
Okay.
That's like high class for us.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's.
By the way, if you look at like KSL now, they're selling 2027s. And we'll be getting 2028s, I'm sure, any day now. Yeah. I feel like, but so on our 2025 car, they made the dinging exceptionally loud in it for the no seatbelt, and it starts as soon as you get in and the car is started and you're sitting in the seat and you haven't even put it in reverse yet.
Yeah,
and the amount of how loud this dadgum beeping is. My kids are like, why is it beeping so loud? I'm like, I don't know. It's like throwing me off. And I'm like, this is so loud. And I started like going, man, I cannot get this thing. So I look it up and I'm like, hey, how do you turn down the volume on this thing? And they're like, you cannot anymore. Like the regulators, whatever just like you said, whatever I don't know who regulates that stuff. The FAA, the FDA. You're not going to be able to turn down your dinger because we have the same brand of car. Or one of our other cars is.
I know.
Same make, and it was like, you want to turn down this dinging?
All those
Sure.
reminders to put on your seatbelt. The government will let us have any fun anymore.
I know. I just want to be able to pull out of my driveway and not put on the seatbelt until I'm actually out of the driveway.
Here's one from Lindsay. My AC is working so well in my car, I always have to bring a jacket.
Yeah.
I love this one because I totally get this one. I ate buttered corn. My mustache smells like butter.
Oh,
now.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly.
So whoever this lady is, thanks for your text. We appreciate it.
Here's one from Ben. Friend group picked a movie to watch this weekend. It's a movie I kind of hate.
Oh, really?
Ben.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know
that's always hard.
What movie.
Yeah, text us what it is. You can't just leave it off of there.
Possibly hate. I can't
watch
imagine.
Watch him be like. It's going to be a movie that everybody on planet Earth likes. It's going to be like,
Except
Saving Private Ryan, and he's going to be like, hate that movie.
I dare you to text in that it's Star Wars. I double.
That actually could be. Yeah. Toy Story 5. That kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, we got a couple on Facebook too. Hold on, let me go back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we still have. We use Facebook. Is that right?
Caitlin does.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, we do. Just kidding. We do. We do periodically. So
do you have them pulled up?
I don't have
do.
I don't have the Facebook ones up. No. No. I'm mulling through the text line here. So you read the Facebook ones.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
I just opened my fridge for lunch. Food everywhere, but nothing I want to eat right now.
Oh.
Same thing when scrolling through DoorDash. Thank you so much. That's from Chris. Here's another one.
Oh.
Needing to eat out less to lose weight for my health. I'm literally overnourished. That's from Melody. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, your ancestors are like, oh, we were starving, and then you go, I know, but have you heard of Panda Express family meals?
How about this one? I'm reading a physical book, coming across a word I don't know, holding my finger down on said word and not having the definition pop up.
Have you ever done the thing where you try to zoom in on a page? It's a regular page.
Yeah.
I do the thing where you try to do the outward pinch. You do the reverse pinch on like a book or like on a screen that is not a Zoom screen. Ethan, this one is very relatable. You ready for this one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
My ice cubes aren't staying frozen as long as I'd like them to because I bought the wrong brand of water bottle because I originally lost my thermo flask. So now they buy some, Amazon overnight brand.
Some off-brand.
And the ice is only staying for 18 hours instead of 36. It's ridiculous.
Ryan's first world problem is someone took Nightside off the air, and I've spent 10 years finding other podcasts, and now I don't have time for the Brightside podcast.
Oh, so other stuff's cooler than us, huh, Ryan?
Sounds like it.
Fine. It's because I didn't respond to that email. He's trying to do this whole, I'll get to you guys at some point. Main airport is being modernized, and the fast track gates are being closed. Wow.
We got a text that said, did you read mine? And no, we did not, and we will not.
I'm not going to read
we
yours.
We appreciated your submission.
How dare you?
But we will not be reading it.
Went to Japan, had sushi. Sushi at my house actually tastes better. Could you imagine flying to Japan and then having sushi and then being like, the Maverick sushi was better? I don't think that's a Japan problem. I think that's a you problem.
All right, here's one from Rochelle. She said, there are times when I want to unplug from all the digital distractions and spend time up in the mountains. Then I get there, out of cell service, and my mind has time to relax and reflect.
Yeah, geez.
That time with just my thoughts inevitably leads me to wonder about various things.
Right.
Things that I cannot Google because I've unplugged from all the digital distractions.
Look at you.
I actually know what she's talking about. It's easy to poo-poo our interconnectedness, but then when you need to Google something and you can't.
Ring camera alerting me too much from the movement from my dogs at home.
Oh, yeah. Just turn off notifications.
You can also turn down the camera sensitivity. You could do that too.
Yeah, but then, when you're
when robbers
by that team of terrorists, by that terrorist cell.
You only see the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be glad you still have that sensitivity turned way up.
Speaking of turning your sensitivity way up, Tim Hughes is sitting right over here in the studio, our most sensitive friend. No, he'll take you through afternoon news. Stay right here with us. KSL News Radio continues.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio, and in for Jeff Kaplan on this Friday afternoon, I'm Tim Hughes. We're running out of room for digits on the weather page. It's 100 degrees downtown this hour. KSL's top story, about 200 people have no place to call home this afternoon after an apartment building in Midvale went up in flames. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott reports from the scene.
The scene at South Union and 9th East was harrowing. Flaming siding dropped off the North Union apartment building as the roof caved to this massive fire. I spoke to Nate Cochran from the Unified Fire Department, who said they had to pull fire crews out of the building.
Multiple reasons, right? You can see things have progressed. We run into a little bit of water supply issues, as well as having issues to access the side of the building, mostly because of the power lines.
Cochran says part of the struggle battling apartment fires is just finding the source before it spreads too far. And in just a matter of hours, it went from an attempt to save the building to a defensive operation to stop the flames from spreading to surrounding structures. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
KSL spoke to one of the residents about his evacuation, watching the flames take over parts of the roof.
Sutton Bauer says his wife called him at about 7:40 a.m. to tell him she had been evacuated.
I asked her if she got everything. She said, I just have the dog.
He quickly came home and decided to run inside to grab their go bags.
Somebody ran in front of me. I said, where are you going? He's like, I need to get my cats. I said, well, let's go get your cats. What are we doing? We're talking. And I said, what floor are you on? He's like, I'm on the 4th floor. Of course you are.
Sutton says he was able to help rescue the cat, which was hidden under a bed, before returning to his own apartment.
Up on the 4th floor, there was no smoke in the hallway. I get down to the 2nd floor, I couldn't even see to the end of the hallway. It's full of smoke, couldn't breathe.
He grabbed their wedding rings, a couple of recent wedding photos, and a go bag of clothing before he evacuated. And he says at the end of the day, everything else is just stuff. He's just glad his wife, his dog, and himself are okay. Reagan Edelman, KSL News Radio.
Volunteers with the Red Cross are on the scene, offering support to those who lost their things or will not be allowed back in their apartments for a while. A temporary shelter has opened across the street at Hillcrest High School, and the Red Cross provided lunch to those that have been impacted. A man who lives near Hill Air Force Base in Layton says he thought a drone was flying above his head until he realized it was a small plane that was headed for the ground. Jaron Smith says the engine noises are what gave it away.
Just the engine cut off, and then it sounded like he tried to start it again, like he was either out of fuel or it just maybe a malfunction in wiring. I don't know.
Smith says he's used to seeing low planes and jets, but he was shocked to learn this one crashed because it didn't shake his trailer or anything. 2 people were injured in the crash, but their current condition is unknown. Now our top national story. President Trump is defending his anti-weaponization fund while assuring reporters during his cabinet meeting today that it's dead.
It is dead, but, I wish it weren't, to be honest with you. I think people were horribly treated, horribly abused. This has nothing to do with that. This was me. Horribly abused, and I'd like to see them compensated.
He's referencing the standoff over his nomination for Attorney General Todd Blanche. 2 GOP senators don't want to approve his nomination until that fund that would pay out Trump allies is truly dead.
The acting Attorney General Todd Blanche met one-on-one today with both senators, Tom Tillis and John Cornyn. The reason we're paying such close attention to those 2 is because whether Blanche becomes the actual Attorney General, that path lives and dies with those 2. They are the 2 Republicans on the Judiciary Committee. He needs their votes. If they don't support him, his nomination is dead. It won't even make it to the Senate floor.
That's News Nation's Joe Khalil reporting. Arizona